Yes, yes, yes. 15 minutes to go live. I love it. 15 minutes to get everything all squared away. 15 minutes to be up on YouTube. Is it worth it? I don't know. I come here every day. Sound like the kid from South Park. Yeah, I don't know. There's there's something in the pool. Stewie pooed in the pool. All right, let's see if I'm live here. I feel like the South Park kid. Let me see. It's going to take me 5 minutes to adjust all of this crapola. Let's get this. Let's get a picture up. I don't think we need the Australian fundraising is done. Let me remove that. See if I get that off. Let's see if we can get a picture uploaded here. Man, look at that picture on the bureau. Let me see. Picture Logitech. There we go. Let's make sure it's good and bosomy. There we go. Did it go? Did it go? Yes, it did. It went. Now let's get this done. Now we got to go down to this. Turn this on. Says save your changes. Cancel. Save that. Let's go here. Oh, come on, man. Are you kidding me? Okay, changes saved. What do we got the timer on here? Do 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 do. Here we go. Done. Done. Save that. Let's see if we can find the chat. Everybody's gone now in the chat. What a weird weekend. Right. January, February. Please take these 2 months away. All right. Now what do we do? Now I got to find this thing. I got to click on it. I've done all this stuff. Let's see if I'm live. Hello, everybody. I'm here somewhere. I feel like I haven't gone live in a long time, huh? Am I here? There we go. We should click on that video link. I should see myself. Titty girl. Titty girl. Titty girl. There I am. Kaboom! Let's hit pause there. Say hello, everybody. Nice to see you this evening. Exploring Ginger and everybody here. Let me scroll up the board because I feel like a real dick today. Let's see. Miguel, hello. Vicky. Amanda, hello. Four Scores. Yasmin's D. Dub Travels. Nice to see you. Amanda, thank you. Mrs. Samantha Lee says, sup. Nice. Classy. Classy. Let's see what else we got here. Let me see. Pop tea. Ping. Hello. Thank you. Good evening, spirits. Good evening, Amy. Enjoyed your vlog today. I've given up. I'll never get down the board here. Trying to say hi. Jewel Blessing. Nice to see you. Kim. Hi, sweetie. BB. Maggie. Lavender. Kim, Jen, Exploring Ginger, hello quirky girl. It's a jungle out there. Yes, it is. Craig, hi Craig. Let's see, did I get everyone? Ave Maria, Sean Britt, Birdbag, and Miss. I could care less about Bergs. Is irrelevant in my life and always will be. How you doing, Rory? Nice to see you. That slob always has to reach for me for content, so I could care less what he does anymore. So nice to see everybody this evening. Let me put this over here. It's take forever to get things going. Let's get into things tonight. Number one, yeah, skip frames 20% detected over the last 2 minutes. Great, thank you, Streamlabs. So we should be kicked off the air. Should be kicked off the air any minute here. You can quote me on that. Yep. Now we're off the air, so there we go. Let's just end this. Are we on or are we off? Oh, Lord, what a mess. Do I sound angry tonight? Let's see. Am I on? Let's see. Buffering. And we crash. Of course we crash. No, I'm live. I'm live. We're picking up steam again. We're picking up stream. Hello. Let's see. Let me go forward here. I'm in a mood tonight, man. I'm not often in a grumpy mood. Yes, we're still live here. We're still live. Yay. Okay. We're here. We're fine here. Hey, Brian, how are you? Let me tell you, hey Crystal, Mike, and Art say hi. Yeah, I'm glad you're having a good time down in Florida down there. It's going to be on and off a bit. If we drop it, that's it. I think I'm okay. Just refresh your connection. I'm about ready to smash everything to pieces in the house tonight. Anyway, number one, I want to thank all of you that were on the live stream last night. The smothered steak, onions, mushrooms turned out really, really good last night. It was nice to get the fryer out. Hello, Gypsy Mom. It was nice to get the fryer out, and the dinner turned out beautifully last night. So I want to thank all of you that were on the stream. I sure will, D. I'll call you when I get a shot. I just saw a message that you'd called. I turned my notifications off because I'm getting like 60 calls a day and stuff, and when I'm trying to go live and all that, so I've had to turn off that. So yeah, thank you, number one, for those. Number two, thank you for those on Friday night stream. We raised a little bit of money for Australia fire relief. Not a lot, but it made us feel good about doing something for other people. And I appreciate that. Hello, Red Pill. I don't shun anybody on here. How you doing, Lavender? Nice to see you. That looked good. Missed it, but the thumbnail, yummy. Yes, it was good. These Lamingtons were excellent. They were much more involved to make than I ever dreamed that they would be. The first time in my life I've ever cut a sheet cake, an 8 by 8 sheet cake basically, into 9 pieces, squares, and dipped each of the squares, the whole thing into chocolate, and then rolled that in coconut. Man, that was a process. How you doing, Linda? Nice to see you tonight. Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute. The van build. I'm there. How you doing, JK? I'm at that junkyard yesterday, and I'm with Marshall. He's gone live. Can't get signal. The battery quit. Oh, my phone just died. Let me put my other battery on. Oh man, that battery's dead. I can't go. Well, wait a minute. I can go live. Yeah, I got signal again. Let me go live a second time. You know, thumbnail's a wire in the sky. I don't. I don't know. And I'm tromping around this. I'm tromping around this junkyard. And I look like a total slob. I got my usual sweatpants on. I got my blue hoodie on, my Air Force cap. Hands are all greasy, hanging over all these cars, climbing up on wheels because they have this thing's propped so high that I'm leaning over the things. They're so delicately balanced, like they could fall over on somebody. My package was returned to me, the one I sent you. So I'm thinking something else. Do you have? No, honey. Hold on to your hold on to your money, babe. We're in good shape here. I'm walking around this junkyard yesterday, and of course, we go in with the objective of finding a battery box, a battery base to put the battery on, the second house battery for the Lisa Marie. And every trashed out vehicle stinks, skunks, rats. Every engine compartment has rat's nests and mice nests built into it. There's place raccoons are living in the back of vans. Hey, Johnny Watt. Hello, Richard. Nice to see you. Hello, Mouse Toes. And I'm walking in there yesterday, and the thought suddenly crossed my mind as I'm standing perched up on this wheel, welded on top of another wheel. The wheel is upright, and it's on a bottom wheel that's flat. And I'm balancing on the top of the wheel. And I suddenly think to myself, what the hell are you doing? Right? Look around you. There's punks 20 years old, 18 years old pulling parts at this picking pool. And you know, you're an old bat. You're 61 years old, hanging all over these cars in this picking pool, stepping in mud, stepping in puddles, stepping in rat stuff, whatever, you know, car seats pulled out. And I'm thinking, what the heck? Spider webs. You know, I think I lost my hangout, Marshall, right? We yeah, it's not so much what am I doing this for? It's like, man, what am I doing? What am I doing out here on this building? It hit me yesterday. You know, I really like need a vacation, like really bad from this van bound. What's up, Rory? Nice to see you. Hello, Golden State. But did you ever check yourself sometime? You'll be doing something, maybe you're doing somebody a favor. Oh, you know, like lavender. Hey, lavender flower. How you doing, sweetie? Could you help me come over and just help me get a box down in my from my garage shelf? And lavender's like, yeah, I'll be right over to help you, Rosie. And here comes lavender, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I can get lavender, kind of take everything off the shelf, and we can clean it, you know. And then I'm thinking, hey, maybe we can empty the whole garage out. And I'm thinking maybe Lavender's not busy today, right? And we could just like empty out the whole garage, sweep it out, put down a new epoxy floor. We could have a great time here. And before you know it, and before you know it, you've time in an age where you're not really getting in touch with your girly side, right? When you're leaning over and hanging under vehicles and sitting in stinky conversion vans, pulling trim out of vans, and you know, watching Marshall pull door panels off to try to get to armrests and all this stuff, and you're thinking, "Oh my goodness, what am I doing?" Um, and I just caught myself yesterday, and I thought to myself, I need a vacation from this crap. Of course, I did not take the vacation. We were out there again today. It's cold, it's blustery, it's windy. Under the, I thought if I see Marshall's belly one more time under the van, working under there, trying to put some zip ties on the chassis to zip tie some some wires. I'm gonna I'm gonna go out of my mind. I'm losing my mind here, man. I'm losing my mind around here. You know, I mean, it's almost done. It really is almost done. But good Lord, there just comes a point. You just can't deal with it anymore. You know, you just what they used to call that when you're a kid at the camp, and they would take and slap your belly. The four people would hold you down, your arms and your legs, and they would slap your belly. And I knew I was kind of losing my mind when I had this image of four people holding Marshall down, and then playing the tom tom on that tom tom on that belly, you know. And I just how you doing, Missy? Man, how you doing, Art? Nice to see you. What an honor to see you in the chat. Anyway, that's when I knew I was in the deep doo, man. And I just said, wow. Yeah, what do they call that when they I don't know, it was something like an Indian belly or something. They would Indian torture or something like that. They would hold you down. It was like a scout ritual. Pink belly, and everybody would slap your belly or something like that. And I just thought the van build was a great thing to do. I've enjoyed the van build immensely, but I would not recommend. How you doing, Debbie Lynn? I would not recommend doing a van build in wintertime. in the rainy season. It's far better to do something like that when you have very long days. You have very long days. Yeah, like an Indian sunburn or something like that. A really red belly. Yeah, you're welcome, Linda. The red belly or something like that. And I don't know. I thought that image crossed my mind today because he's like, Rosie, I can't get under the coach because it's too tight. And I thought, I'm not getting under the coach, man. I told him today, I'm not crawling under the coach. I'm not working underneath of it again. And zip tying things to the chassis with all that crap falling down in my eyes. Sherry Anna says belly dancing is fun. I've only been doing it for a few months. It seems fun to me. It seems very sexy to me and very fun to do belly dancing. It's just that the costumes are way too much coverage for me, I think, to enjoy to to enjoy that. Thank you, Sherry Anna. I'm just thinking to myself, it's like I'm too much into guy mode. I'm too much into it. I'm hanging in picking pools in junkyards now, and I got dirt under my fingernails for the first time in years and stuff, and I disgusted myself yesterday. So I had an urge to just work in a bikini today. Now I'm only kidding. It just reaches a point you can't take it anymore. You gotta rush for the perfume or the makeup, and you got to do something. I'm not sure. Take some time off. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, there you go, Rory. How you doing, honey? Yeah, yeah. It can be. I imagine that being a belly dancer could be great fun. That would be a lot of. That would be a blast for me to do something. It's good exercise too. Things like dancing. But I thought to myself, man, too much guy mode. This is just like too much over the top. Cornholio, how you doing, my friend? Nice to see you. So then we got all this flip flopping about. I got a really nice couple sponsors, and they like to see us travel. They like to see Marshall and I do things together. Now, a lot of people don't on the chats. I understand that. I understand that. But if you're in my position and somebody says, "Hey, we'll cover your hotel, give you meal money, just go down and make some content, have a good time, just do what you always do, go down and make some content down there." Well, it's kind of hard to say no to that. That's a very nice offer. It's not something that comes along every single day, and people do the enjoy the content. But it's getting to the point, it's flip flopping back and forth, and it's like, well, I don't know if I want to see you guys in LA or you guys in Las Vegas. And I'm suddenly thinking to myself, man, I don't even know at this point in time if I even feel like making a long haul kind of travel. 9 hours driving to Las Vegas or something like that. Plus, it's chilly down there, and kind of the same thing in LA. Plus, if I'm going down in February anyway to Southern California and San Diego and Tijuana, what's the point of having to go down there and then come back up north again, and then go back down again, and then come back again with Missy Den? You need a spa day with the sauna, massage, and face mask. That'd be a fun, pampering video. Good point. Good point, Catherine. To wit, I thought to myself, why not, well, I'm saying, Cheryl, if somebody's offering you something for free, that's kind of a nice thing. And plus, they've been friends with me, a couple people for a lot of years, and they've done a lot for me on the channel, and they've sponsored a lot of things here, which has been very nice. I got very great subscribers on here. I'd never be able to do the things that I do, so I'm grateful for that. So I want to be very respectful for people, but I think there's a chance, since I'm going to be traveling when this van build is over, and I've targeted February 12th to be out of here and on the road for 3 weeks or so down to Southern California that, I'm thinking to myself, well, thank you, Cobra John, karaoke toy.
Cut Marshall's mic cord to his karaoke toy machine. That's a challenge.
I don't listen to, I gotta be honest with you, John. I don't listen to, I don't listen to it. He had me go in there one time and try to sing a Syrian music. No way, no how anybody wants to hear Rosie singing. I don't even know what I'm singing. I can sing Chinese music, I can do all that, but as far as the Syrian, hey Tony, how you doing? Happy New Year to you, my friend. Spend some time in San Francisco. Yes. So I'm trying to work it that we can do a little bit of local travels and adventures. He needs to take the van out and test it, make sure everything's going to be functional and everything's going to work, the power systems and all that. It's better to do that than be on the road and say we're 300 miles down the road to Southern California, and all of a sudden something goes out on the electrical system, burns up or something like that on the Lisa Marie. I would rather be 10 miles away in Petaluma having some adventures or 50 miles in San Francisco than to be having all of that happen far on the road. You can belly dance to that shit. What shit? What are you talking about, Rory? Man, yeah, like I said, belly dancers wear too much for me. I love Mars, he's the smartest person. I love Missy. So, he hasn't seen anything since he's been here, period. We haven't gone anywhere. Okay, we walked a couple times. We've had, maybe 3 meals outside here. Otherwise, we've been cooped up here. We had the trip to Vegas, but otherwise, I need to change a venue and stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to suggest, is to do some local stuff that we can have some fun with you guys and do a little shakedown travel with the rig. I'm fine on my rig. How you doing, Dave? Spa day calendar picture. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, 69 in Chinese is toucan chew. Exactly. So that's what I'm going to suggest. Doesn't it make sense? I'm thinking, and I'm talking to this friend on the phone tonight, and I'm just saying, you realize that if I leave on the 22nd of January, I know the Adult Video Awards are in Las Vegas at that time. And I'm not saying we're not going to go, because if I'm offered, hey, it's like take it or leave it, I'll go. But what I'm saying, I don't have a lot of interest in adult video awards. I don't have any really interest in that genre of. They're not people I'm not going to put money in the slot to watch. It's just not my cup of tea. I can't wait for you to get on the road and bring us along. Absolute cheap eats. What changed your mind to go to Vegas? It's still kind of up in the air. This is what's bothering me, Cheryl. Just because trying to balance off all this stuff of, when somebody tells you, well, you can't think about yourself. Think about Marshall, hasn't ever been to Los Angeles before. How about him? Don't you think it'd be nice if he saw some new sites? Like, okay, yeah, I'll go to LA. And then the next day it's like, yeah, I slept on it last night, and I think, but Vegas could be cool. You might rub elbows, and you guys might might have some fun content, meeting some people, the adult video thing. That might be cool. Yeah, go to Vegas. And I'm just like, well, thank you, Dave. I did go to Toronto Pride, Gypsy. I was at, Gypsy says, Rosie, have you ever come to Toronto Pride? I was at Toronto Pride this year. I happened to be in Toronto when it was all going on. I have the live stream videos of being in the melee down Also, please, not all drivings, walks, choo-choos, pop-up parties are a lot of fun. I agree, Missy. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we got the parts we needed from the pick and pull, JK, but I'm tired of it. I never thought at age 61 I'd be slunking around junkyards. I know Mr. X and Marshall were like, man, we love going to pick and pulls. And you guys remember when down in Oakland, I chooched into a pick and pull and just looked around a little bit and did some video. But it's just muddy, it's dirty, but we got exactly JK NoCal, the battery uh, 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 tray that I picked out was perfect. It slid right into position. I bolted it in today. We got the wrong battery. We had to go back to Wally World and exchange it. We got the right battery for the right size. So it's really, really nice. Kind of like your stuff, Bergs, never ending drivel. Yeah, so I hope nobody gives you a thin dime. Yeah, send him out of here. I don't need that full. And here's last time I do anything for that idiot just reaches out and curses me on his stream. So anytime, just block him. Just block him. I don't need it. Okay, this guy's so desperate for content, he turns on people that have been kind to him. Yeah, and don't be a sore loser. You didn't hear me cry babying about the Ravens, even though I predicted that the Ravens would likely lose, which they did. I'm still a good sport. I still congratulate the Titans. I still look forward to the conference championships coming up and the Super Bowl. Okay. Um, yeah, so that's a name I just want banned from this chat. I'm not going to give that guy any publicity. Why didn't you stream your Walmart shop? It was 2 trips up. Um, I don't know. It's just you know. Well, I guess I could have. I guess yeah, the Chiefs won. It was great. The Chiefs, the Packers, the Titans, and the 49ers. So it's nice to see some new people into it's nice to see some new faces in the chat. So yeah, Bergs, you hang out, you misgender people, you hang out with the Korean War vet dad and Marianne, and we'll just start dropping names on you, moron. Okay, now, but yeah, that's what I should do. Sean, I'm so done with that guy and his all the stuff with wanting to get monetized, then gets monetized, and then acts like the world owes him a living, and the guy's contributed not zero to YouTube. Now, like I say, for the yeah, it's accumulation of the van burnout and things like that, but. I think I'm going to try to do a little bit of local travel around here, take you guys out to the coast again. It's been a long time since I boondocked down in Petaluma. That's a fun place to hang out. We've been in Healdsburg before, the beautiful little town of Healdsburg. We got the Russian River and Guerneville there. There's a lot of really wonderful places to see in the area. We can do some outside cooking in some of the parks and things like that. Dave says, I've never seen cars jacked up. Maybe it's a West Coast. It is. I never saw them jacked up that high before. But you know what the theory was? And I asked the gal that was managing the pick and pull. I said, you know what? I'm 5 feet 6 inches tall. I can't really get up. I got to stand on these wheels that are welded together to try to work on these vehicles. She said, we want everybody to be able to get every part off the car. Okay. You got people crawling around, pulling suspensions out of the bottom, leaf springs, dodging rats down there, grabbing stuff and pulling them out of rigs and things like that. So, hello, Seattle, Judy. Nice to see you. I don't use just a wig all day alchemy. Napa's not far from me. The town of Napa is kind of boring, but I did do a Chooching St. Helena before in Napa Valley, which is very, very, very nice. Well, what is that, Johnny Watt? I am. I'm 5 feet 6 inches tall. What was that? LOL, right? Stay away from the RTR. Yeah, the pick and pull. Sal, let me tell you, you look around and you look around there. You got young Mexican guys dragging cases of tools in, pulling engines, heads, taking whole cars out on red flyer wagons out the door, right? I mean, grabbing everything. You know, they got their mother-in-law with them. She's got a cylinder head bungee cord to her back going out the door. I mean, the kids are dragging intake manifolds, two carrying them, wheels, brake cylinders, the works. The whole car's gone out the door, right? And I'm thinking to myself, number one, you're about the only female in here besides the manager, female. And number two, you're a little past your sell-by date to be crawling around on places. Yeah, I always liked Alameda and Hayward. We're far from Knott's Berry's Farm. Love you too. Now we can do. Remember, we did the Oakland choo-choos. We could do Alameda. Remember, I went to Jingletown and those kind of places. So what I'm gonna do, if I don't go away, I'm going to take 4 days, and I'm not gonna do a thing on the van. Okay, I'm going to dedicate 4 days to just having fun. Now, we might be on the road to Vegas. I don't know. But whatever it is, that's 4 days. I'm not going to be doing anything on the van. Knott's Berry Farm, pancake syrup. I like all of that stuff. Let's see, my old grandma really enjoys your videos. Well, welcome me to the club. I'm probably Point Reyes is nice. Richard Point Reyes is nice, and it's a nice place that you can cook at. It's a nice place that you can enjoy the environment. You can go down and look at the place where the earth split. You're right on the San Andreas Fault there. I've been down there before and live streamed and brought video content from there. And it's a wonderful place to hang out. Not a good place to get signal, but a good place. You guys remember Billy Boy, the unofficial mayor of Point Reyes Station there. We always have a good time. No engine oil in the wig. Nothing to change. Yeah, Jen's like, Rosie, I'm going to hold you to that. 4 days. Nothing on the van. How you doing, Goldie Con? 4 days. Arizona Mark said, Vegas rocks. I might be moving back. Love Boulder City, Nevada. Well, that's cool. Boulder City has the distinction of being a place where no gambling is allowed in Boulder City, so it's kind of interesting. Tuesday night, going to be baking a blueberry pie. I got 4 pints of really nice fresh blueberries. So I want to make a nice fresh blueberry pie. Yeah, I am learning. So yeah, you like Point Reyes Station. It's a cute town. I'd like to, yeah, don't lose your keys. How you doing, Oda May? Thank you, Kim C. I'm glad you like the top. I miss the chooching Rosie and miss you being on the road. I'm telling you, North Shore, I'm going to dedicate those 4 days to you, my friend. North Shore Towing Manager down there. We are going to have some fun cooking, being on the road, doing that kind of thing, because by the time we get back, it'll be the end of January and really February, although I'm kind of stretching it. By mid-February, the days start to get warm, the apricot trees start to bloom, the peach trees and all that, and it really does begin spring here. Blueberry pie. Y'all like blueberry pie? With a little bit of turbinado crystal on top of it. It's nice. Blueberry pie and frozen custard. Doesn't that sound good? Oh, don't lose your keys. Let me tell you what, guys. Take it from the old bat. Your 1,400 miles from home, and you had a great night with Alpine Gulch and Spanky and Cheyenne, Wyoming, Frontier Days, had a great western town, and you go to put your hand in your pocket, and guess what? You don't have your keys, and you have no idea where your keys are. You can't get into your van, you can't drive your van, and guess what? Your charger block is in the van. Luckily, you got your phone with you because you've been chooching, but your battery's down to about 8%. You are screwed. Okay, so what did I do? I got a lanyard that goes around my neck now. How nice is that? No apple pie. Yeah, I don't have any. It's I don't know if I'm gonna do a lattice. Thank you, Guido. Oh, your next house is going to have a lemon orchard. Well, if I come down to Vegas, Rory, I'll bring you a whole box of lemons down there. How about that? A whole box of lemons. Safeway lemon snack pies. Yeah, they're all good. What's up, Susie? How you doing, sweetie? But you are so hot. Oh, thank you. Dave said, this may be the ambient talking, but you're so hot right now. How lovely. How lovely. Like I said, I'm too much guy mode. I got to get out of it, man. I got to, a whole bunch of crazy bikinis came in yesterday. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to do a couple uploads on the McNamara channel, updating the butt lift. It's been 2 years now, and some other things. So there'll be good content coming. I gotta get myself out of rut. Yes, I've made Boston cream pie. Did you hear about the Crocustola calendar? He got 12 months. Like that. Like that. All right. Let's see. I think I'm going to go grab a beer, guys. I will be right back. It's the time, the season for love. Yeah. Oh, you're hot for a different reason. It's called the change of life, huh? Thank you, Susie. You like the pearls? I can't remember who sent me the pearls. You know what's nice about it? It's on a little magnetic chooch, so it works out real nice. Good night, Sandy. Good night, sweetie. Nice to see you, Susie. I had to lay off the Snickers bars, right? Susie sent a whole 3-pound bag of Snicker bars. What's Missy Jen think about Jeffree and Nathan breaking up? I really don't know a lot about Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, or Nathan and those people, but I do know that Missy Jen follows that closely. And I do know that last week, Missy Jen was mentioning, and she had it in her mind, that something was going on, that they had, that there was something with their relationship. And today she was dead right with that. 2020 is going to be the year for you. Thank you, Mark. It's going to be a fun year. Amy said, last night I was looking on the Kiwi Farms thing under my name, and they put you on there under me with your bikini saying I have the hots for you. Oh my goodness. My goodness, they might get caught in the spa intake. I said they will never fall off. There you go, Charlotte. They ain't never gonna fall off. So we're definitely gonna have fun coming up for sure. It might end up probably not gonna know till the last minute. You guys are gonna wake up in the morning and you're gonna see us live on the road doing something. Okay, I'm not going to keep talking about it because it's driving people nuts. And it's only, what, the 11th, the 12th today? So it's still 10 days away. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. There's someone in his chat that is part of this Kiwi farm because they take everything we talk. Yeah, well, you remember this, Amy. As long as they're talking about you, then you matter, honey. That's why we are here. That's exactly right. So I don't want to drive you guys nuts. A calendar pose for each month. Maybe I'll do that, huh? Let me show. I don't know what I got here. A whole bunch of stuff. They were asking about Shane Dawson and Nathan. I mean Shane and Nathan. I mean Jeffrey and Nathan. Jeffrey and Nathan. I wish Roger was the best. I like to say, I wish Roger was the best for the future. It's the time of the seas. Look at this, man. This is just 1 week of what came in. Look at that. I mean, what the heck? You got black. God, looks like a hot red. Ooh la la. Look at that. That's a hot little scrunchy, shimmery number, huh? Silver with black piping. Gold. Red, a onesie. Unbelievable. Silver. Good night, Quirky. I mean, what am I to do? You know, what am I to do? Yeah, it's a lot. I know. Just get to the season. I think you're gonna have a long wait till you see Marshall in a. I know Mouse Toes. So it comes in fast and furious. Yeah, this is a very pretty. This is also another one of those scrunch butt jobs in the back there. So I don't know. See you in Vegas. It's like, my goodness, my. I don't know. Ought to have one a day, right? That's kind of cute. Look at that. That'll never go over my. Are you kidding me? This is nice here, right? That's nice. Little silver with black, with a black or silver. That would be nice. Very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. Yeah, Hard Rock. I should do a fashion show. I should. Over on the McNamara channel. Yeah, Scrunch Butt would be a great name. You're making my heart rate. According to Fitwin, tea bags are very popular. I would agree. Just people send them to me with the season. That wouldn't cover my my butt cheeks. There you go. It's life in the fast lane. Let's see. Goodwill in Vegas out Silverado Ranch has interesting stuff. That sounds good. Now, how many of you have been, what is that, Indiana girls in bikinis? What does that mean? What does that mean? Are Indiana girls like uber hot in bikinis, or what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm kind of baffled. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, but I'm a little baffled. I'm a little baffled by that too. Um, What else in the fast lane, Moxie in 2020? Well, when I think I put it out, I got to be careful what I say. I'm going to be honest. I got to be careful what I say on here because people send stuff, and I like people to hold on to their money and and not, we ask people don't send anything at Christmas time. Of course, some people still send things. But if when I mentioned that it's going to be a summer of on the beach and things like that, then the risk is that people start to send you a lot of things, and they're very kind. They're very sweet. I'll go out and strip in a bikini with you after graduate. My last crazy girl before the proper career starts. There we go. There we go. Let's go get those showgirl. Let's get those showgirl outfits on. Okay. let's go down on let's go down on Fremont Street, the Iowa bikini theme. Sherry-Anna, I think she's in Ohio, actually, down there. So we'll see. If I don't get down to Vegas in January, I will be down there in April or May, which is a great time to be down there before it gets back. Yeah, 2020, the year of stereo. There we go, Deuce World. That's it. Yep, the year of stereo. So, yep, shakers. Yeah, Sherry Ann is, yeah, she's out there. Have you been over to the encamp? I haven't, Lala Box. I'd be too intimidated to walk that trail. Even with my press credential on, I wouldn't walk that trail. Let's get an outfit I can bling out for the showgirl incident. There we go. I mean, I'll just bring this little number here, Rory. This should be a good start, right? Get me the all silver special, honey, for down on Fremont Street, right? Do 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 do. Next time, yeah, that's it. Hey, how you doing? Uh-oh, you're concerned about something. What are you concerned about, Patricia? April flat. May is a really nice month to be in. You get up to about 90 degrees in Vegas. It's nice. It's a nice time of year to be there. Take care, Craig. Thanks for coming in. Happy Sunday to you. I love bling. The more I'm blinged out, there you go, Sherry Anna. Says Rosie's bikini bottom would look like dental floss on my butt. That's my Puerto Rican jeans. I wish I had some of those jeans. Hope everything's okay. Hope everything's okay, Patricia. I'm drinking Coors. My local purveyor didn't have any ultralight. What did one ocean say to the other? Nothing. They just wave. That's pretty funny. Ohio is where a lot of tires are made, especially Akron. How you doing, Rhoda? Thank you, sweetie. Do they still? Yeah, you have to wear. Well, look at this. I've got the. I couldn't wear the top. Wouldn't go around one of my tits, to be honest with you. Uh, this thing is all like sewed together. And honest to goodness, this is like for a girl that's like a A or something like that, right? This wouldn't go around. Are you kidding me? This wouldn't go around. This would go around one of them, or a bow tie for a bow tie for the show. Well, what's going on, Patricia? I don't know. Do do do. Hamster bikinis. There you go. Yeah, positive vibes. Well, somebody got a real bass. Boom, boom, boom. I like Swarovski crystals, but I just like regular bling, like zirconia. That's those kind of things. Is really, really nice. That's a bow tie. Yeah, there is cat ears. Uh, ears. 007. Yes, I got to be undercover. Where did my where did my thing go? There it is. So, Mr. Bond. We meet again. Hmm? Any final words, Mr. Bond? I thought not. Oh man. Let's see. Let me just scroll up here. Patricia Wakefield, please don't mention that name on here. That person is a nobody in my life. The person is so desperate for content, and has been such a dismal failure on YouTube. It's pretty well a legendary known fact. See, we need the blue hair. Yeah, I think that might be coming on Tuesday night. I want to do that blueberry pie. Hey, no fair, you shot me and I had something to say. Yes, there we go. Oh my God, you evil woman. Yes, 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 yes. Give him a shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, rattle, and roll. Missy gone what? What is the question? Yes, but is Missy gone? Which Missy? Missy, aka, which Missy are we? Yeah, I always do, Rhoda. I always do. I always do. What's your name? All right. Well, there it is. That's a sampling of what comes in. Somebody actually sent me a one piece, which looks rather interesting. That looks kind of neat, huh? That's a really like a high cut job there. That looks kind of interesting. Do 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 above the time. I don't even know how this thing goes together. The seas. Oh, here it is. Here it is. There's something like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting, huh? It's gonna take an engineering degree, I think, to get into that. But that's nice, huh? I wonder if that ties up the back at all. I don't know. Do 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 do. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, you need to see that belly button coming. Let's go. Corset styles can be fun. I agree. If you one piece for kayak and have mesh in middle or hourglass cutouts is nice. It is a what color would you say this is? A maroon? This is like a maroon color here, I would say. And I think that's going to be cute. Maybe I'll wear that tomorrow on the McNamara channel. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it takes an engineer. It looks like a very high cut one there, so I'm not sure. You know, it's all new to me. But I do like the lace top on that. I think that's really really nice. Isn't that nice? Yeah, wear that when you make the pie. Something a little different, maybe, huh? Something a little different. Well, I feel like kind of the black and silver is nice. Bye bye, Oakland Raiders. Hello, Las Vegas Raiders, right? For that, with a little black on top or silver would be nice. Anyway, kind of nice. Kind of mauve. Yeah, I guess a mauve. I'm not sure. It like looks like it's a maroon to me, but I think in black that would really be nice, huh? Yeah, Moxie's like very modest for you. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, cranberry. Thank you, John. Maybe John's the one that sent it. I'm not sure. Cranberry. Yes, cranberry. Cranberry. That's it. That's it. I have the thighs of a biker. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Let me introduce you to Marshall. He likes those girls with the thick biker thighs and things. He used to have a suit. Some of it was called a French diaper wrap with cowboy hat. That could be cool camping, Mike. Hello, Sarah Smiles. Nice to see you. That could be fun. I don't know what her Xena was nice, but who was that, Jen Jen? That went weird. This Nightbot's driving me crazy. I don't ever know what this thing is doing, man. The alias you set this command to be of animated does not exist. Ah, there we go. Marshall is hot. There we go. Woo! Um, yeah, I got really great moderators. I really do. People like Jen Jen and Kim and Mouse Toes and all them. So I am very lucky. You always blocking and D. I don't know. Mouse Toes doesn't block a lot of people. I'm on there, Dan, and calling me a son of a. Uh, Red Pill is on a roll tonight. Hey, what's for dinner tonight? I like her top too. Since I lost weight, my chesticles got smaller and I can't pull it off, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure who some of these people are. You have learned how to mess with Nightbot from JK. Gypsy, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're not talking to me, then just go away, okay? Because I don't know what you're talking about. I noticed the food show. Yeah, the food shows do very good. Even solo, my cooking shows are always good. It's enjoyable. People enjoy us cooking together. Always having a good time, bringing good content, and people certainly enjoy watching it. I don't know what he's going to be cooking next. He told me, but I can't remember what it was that he was going to be cooking next. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to that. It's always fun. I love being outside. You guys know I've been outside so much and been in so much cold that I'm like used to cold weather now. I never used to be here in NorCal, and I know it doesn't get real cold, but I've spent so much time outside now that actually Marshall's the one that's perpetually cold, and I'm the one that's comfortable now working outside. So very very interesting the old switcheroo with that. Very comfortable. Yeah, Mouse Toes has been to a few rodeos. Okay. Yawns are contagious. I just yawned. Yeah, yeah. Well, I wanted to come on and have a little bit of fun tonight. Talk about the travels and tell you guys, yeah, I am pretty burnt out. Hey, Chris, I'm pretty burnt out on the project. Same thing. same thing. Thank you, Mouse Toes. Same thing happened when I did the bathroom renovation with Jen. Jen moved here in April of 2014. April 1st, 2014. And on June 21st, my birthday, 2014, we started to renovate the bathroom here. And it was July, August, and really the beginning of September. It was two months and 2 weeks. It was a long, long project of filth and dirtiness and dust every single day. And there comes a point where you're in that project and those big projects where you're doing it yourself and you can't imagine light at the end of the tunnel, but then all of a sudden things come together very rapidly, and then at the end of it you get this like twinge of feeling that you're kind of almost sad that it's done, because it was such an epic journey, and it was so it was so cool to test your limits and to test your skills and to test your design capabilities and your ability to work around problems and things. So, yeah, Bobby came to visit. Yep, Bobby stopped by tonight. He had a nice dinner. When are you going to be uploading more moonshine videos? I hope in later winter here. Okay, I hope to do a run. For old time's sake, it might be fun to have Marshall there and see what it's like to do a run. That might be really fun. A moonshine run, because I'm not sure, Nikki. I don't just follow all that. I mean, everybody's welcome to come in here and have a good time. And Nikki, I don't know you, but you're welcome to come in here. But generally, I just don't talk about what other people are talking about on their chats and stuff. We just come here, we have a good time, we focus on the things that people are here to hear about what's going on in my life. And I've always found that I don't need to talk about other people to bring people into a chat room. I'm very blessed, I'm very fortunate in that way, and I've got wonderful, wonderful people here. So, yep, it's about the journey, isn't it? And tomorrow I have a very interesting upload tomorrow morning, my morning chooch, that I hope you all will watch. It's kind of a concept thing. It's a little philosophical. It's not something I normally do, but it's something that we all experience in life. And it's my take on this phenomena that we experience. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but it's something a little different. Yeah, when will the van be done? Well, let me put it this way, Chris. I'm going to be taking 4 days off no matter what, and doing either some local travel or being on the road. Yeah, just yeah, don't mention that name. I'm going to be adding that name to the block list in here, so it won't be showing up again on the it won't be showing up on the list. I'll have no concept what that person's talking about, nor will I care what that person's talking about. Oh, it's your 10 minutes. There we go. Woo! Hey, good evening, William Wallace. Yeah, it's almost sad. It's like first time I went across the United States, or when Missy, Jen, and I went when we moved her to California, and we came from the Kansas City area, and we drove west, and we had just so much fun. The first day we drove, we went across Kansas. We went to Lyman, Colorado. The next day, I think we went somewhere up in the Rockies. We stopped. The third day, we went to Salt Lake. And then from Salt Lake, we went to Reno. And then from Reno, we came home. It was a great, great journey. Yeah, Alpha Wolf, you can post your dots to see if you're able to be here or not. Okay, you're still here. I'm always calm in a Christ business. Yeah, it's like I am. I don't know. Yeah, I like traveling too. I really do like. I do like traveling. I liked it a lot. I liked being on the road. I liked being in the van. I don't want to be cold in the van, but I liked being in the van in summertime. I like the fact that I was self-contained. I like the fact that I could live well in there. And if I'm in a sunny location, it's great. Let's see. She is your rock. Which one? Which one's my rock, huh? Uh, I got a lot of rocks. I got a lot of stones, right? uh, RB Fat Cat, what's going on, honey? PJ, how are you doing, sweetie pie? Finish the van and get chooching. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. But I will say this. I will say this. Doing the van was not a bad overlay for the holidays because it's kept my mind occupied where I might be sitting here like doing 5 or 6 hour hangouts and getting drunk on 5 or 10 beers a night and sitting here. It's really kept me focused on that subject in wintertime, which is not the worst thing in the world. I leave no she. Oh yeah, Missy. Yeah. That's it. Let me see what I got here. Blasted with stuff. Let me see. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Nice to see. Nice to see RV Fat Cat in here. We will do a full and final walkthrough of the van. I will do. Yeah, and this is day 11 of no smoking for me. Day number 11. So I'm kind of proud of myself on that, of not smoking. Missy is great. She's doing really well. When it is all done, the van build, I will have the videos. We're now up to 22 parts in this series, Rebuilding the Lisa Marie. There's a playlist on my channel, and it's 22 parts now. I will go back in that, and we will do sort of the before and after of the various things and recap the things that have been done on this van build, the nice things that have been done. And it'll be interesting. 22 parts so far on that. Take care, Mark. Thank you, Catherine. No, the Motorola is not too good. The Motorola is still, it's got a long way to go before it's good again. Hey, thank you. Scotty said, good girl, Rosie, for not smoking. Thank you, Lucky Beans. Susie, we are so far past the hump now. I mean, dare I say we're to 90%, we're probably at the 90% level. I know that's going to sound crazy to you guys, but all we really got to do is put the trim on the panels for the dinette, put the panels up on the van, hang the wall up, do something at the kitchen area, and we're done. Put the drawers back in, hook the new stove up, hook the sink in, get some type of countertop, and the build is done. The build is done. Thank you, Alpha Wolf. Congratulations. All you do is put the cigarette down and walk away. Sometimes it's easier. Yeah. The window leaks are very small on the Lisa Marie. They should only take about 15 minutes to get them done. They're pinpoint leaks, and they're very easily. That was a very hard rain. That was 3 inches overnight. That rain was pouring. So that van is really dry right now. Sorry about that, Marshall. We're talking about the van. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, your opinion on these window leaks and stuff. So. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna catch up.
Look at all these. This is all the bikinis that were sent to me.
Oh, really? That red one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, they're all cool.
Who sent them?
Look at this one. Well, a lot of people send them all in black and white.
Oh, how do you know your size?
One size.
The red one looks
They
pretty
always send me small tops though.
cool. Oh, okay.
Gee, I wonder why.
I don't know why.
Yeah, we're
'cause
asking about the window leaks, Marshall. Do you have any comment on how you're going to address those? Good night, Chris.
the window leaks.
Yeah.
What do you mean? The slider?
Remember the
windows?
night that you said Lisa Marie is leaking?
Oh,
And you were out there?
sliding
Yeah.
windows?
There's two small areas. Hello, Harvey.
Well, we're gonna try to use. Can I put that up just a little bit, really, if you don't mind?
Yeah, fix it where you want.
Just a little bit. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, that's better.
What do you think? Like I don't feel like it's necessary for me to address that. The one is a seam leak, still very tiny, where the coach was extended,
Oh, okay.
and you didn't like it because I goofed up that. I was
Right.
tired that night. I was fatigued. I just done the strip around. So what do you think? Sherry Anna said, "Hey, thank you,
Hey,
Susie.
Sherry.
Thank you. How you doing? How you doing, Gerald? Do I see some speakers? Yeah, these are pokes. So what do you? Is that something you feel like you can handle? That Marshall, that window, the upper window by just
Oh,
doing
the
a
upper-
seal around the edge?
Well, I could try some silicone.
Yeah.
I think I think in the long run, that's a future project to completely take the windows out, reseal them, and then fix the rubber tracks on the inside of the windows. It's not an emergency project, but it's a project down the road that probably me and Mr. X can try to do.
Well, I just
but-
think on an emergency short-term basis, you can always just silicone around the
put some silicone.
windows.
Yeah. I think if I had an issue with the windows, I could just have some silicone on hand while they're
Yeah,
inside
that
or
would be
outside.
good. If you want to procure an invite to me with Bjorn, I'd like to meet up with Bjorn down in Vegas. That would be great. Yeah. I think he knows me. Bjorn does. So that would be cool if we end up going down there. But I was talking, yeah, they're polk. They're not vintage though. I was talking about van burnout, travel troubles, and yesterday being at the pick and pull, that I felt like I was too much into guy mode these days.
Too much in the demos these days, yeah.
What do
I
you-
heard you talking about that, yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I think Rosie's, it's fun to be with her when she's in girl mode. When we went to the nude beach, when we went to the T-girl club, when Rosie's, when she's truly in her girly mode, when she dresses up in dress and the heels, it's fun. I've had fun. I've enjoyed that, but
Thank you, Coach.
I also enjoy the rugged side of Rosie, because Rosie's she's a handy person.
But didn't you feel like I was like the oldest person at the pick and pull, standing on top of welded wheels, trying to?
Well, there were some older Mexican guys out there. Some also, but
I mean, I know I look good, but I'm just saying,
Right.
I'm out at the pick and pull, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm crawling up on these things. They
But-
got these things so high, I can't
Right.
even. But suppose we had to pull the cylinder in.
right.
What would we do? How would we get the leverage?
To
We'd
get
have to
the-
go
yeah.
get the A-frame and pull that
Right.
out there to the yard and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
no, Marshall doesn't use that toolbox on the van. He wants to have that removed. Yeah, that's the guy that stream sniped me. Yeah, it
That's
sure
probably
is. Thank you,
eventually,
Cheryl.
Future project, maybe
Yeah.
me and Mr. X
So,
down the road, but
what do you think? Like now, second battery is almost a done deal. That was a huge item for you.
big time, yeah.
Is there any huge thing? I mean, I don't consider the kitchenette real huge, but is there any huge thing? It seems to me we knocked off every big
big thing.
that
I
you
think
wanted
the
to,
next thing for me that would be huge.
I do, Deuce. I do have my MBA. Yep.
Max Air fan is a pretty big project. Me and Mr. X could probably do it. Resealing all the windows, resealing the rest of the coach, to trim around the coach, around the fiberglass and body.
Did you
Probably
think that's
eventually-
not a hard job? It's just
Yeah.
it's time consuming. It's
consuming.
got to be done right.
Yeah,
to put
exactly.
the butyl tape down and all that. So
And then the other thing is going to be down the future is probably adding more batteries, and then having some sort of a solar system inverter. You know, probably gonna maybe get a 12-volt TV. And finish things off, and then down the line, God willing, I know that I'm probably gonna if I keep I'm gonna keep the rig. Probably gonna get a brand new paint job and custom rims.
Gypsy Mom
And
says, my dad's is Mexican. I love Mexico, or half Mexican. I don't know who that's directed at. I have some Spanish in me. Is that me? Who? I'm not sure who that's.
Rosie, have you heard of a lady? Bob Wills talked about her the other day. She's not an RVer, but she's a person who travels around like hostels, like UND does. But she travels around in a motorcycle. Her name's Itchy Boots. Have you heard of her?
No.
This
I
lady
haven't.
has got. She drives into India and to Afghanistan with a motorcycle on the side of mountains. She's nuts, but it's an amazing. She's got amazing.
Hello, Parathma.
Mr. X is like, one of these days, God forbid, she might get raped or kidnapped
Well,
or
you
something.
never
You never
know. But don't use that word on my channel.
Oh, okay.
Dude says, how did you get into electrical work and related stuff? I grew up in a very fix-it family. I went to an engineering and very high level engineering high school, where you were doing studying mechanics, and not car mechanics, but IJK vectors, the sum of forces on bridges. I mean, real mechanical engineering, electricity class, welding class, sheet metal shop class, obviously wood shop, forging, casting, welding, and also machine shop, working big engine lathes and turning down metal and making metal parts. Hello, hi, I'm going to get you out of here. He doesn't need a head gasket. Okay, I'm going to put you on a timeout. There we go. Okay, so that's what I was really working for here. And then I worked in construction, and because I was able to work in engine lathe, I got into marine repair work on cargo ships, and started working on. My specialty was balancing crankshafts and things on marine engines, and turning them down. So that was. Yeah, you get a very well-rounded education. When I think about the stuff they don't teach in school today, like Marshall was lucky he had culinary arts in high school. Like here in California, a lot of those programs have disappeared from the high schools now.
Uh,
Shops are disappearing. And in my time, even when you were on the college prep program, which I was on, you still took all the shop classes every year: wood shop, sheet metal shop, hot metal shop, and then if you were in you could go engineering or science. If you were in the engineering side, you went into machine shop work. Thank you, Jessica. Welcome back, honey. Yeah, nice. Hey, how you doing, Snickerdoodle? Nice to see you. So these days, you don't get that kind of education anymore.
you mean a trade like
Yeah, I mean,
trade?
when I have a radio book from the 1950s that they used in high school here, and it's unbelievable as a textbook. You couldn't even begin to present a subject like that in high school in America today, or something like that. Yeah, thank you, Golden State. So I've always enjoyed working with my hands. Applewolf, don't write me and ask me to be unblocked when you're just going to come in here and be a troll. So I'm going to put you in timeout tonight. So. Let's see. So I always enjoyed doing that. Always enjoyed working with my hands. It was always a lot of fun. You are very welcome, Jessica. I love to have you on the chat here. You're a cool person. Catherine says I was the first girl to take woodworking at my high school. My dad fought to get me in. Good for you. You should be allowed to. You should be allowed to do that, especially these days. I'm sure at your high school had in my day in high school they had driver's ed class. Okay, you could get your license summer driver's ed or school year driver's ed. It was like 115 bucks. It was nice. Really good. Really good. Yeah, finance class should be mandatory too. Absolutely. These kids get out of school today, they got no concept of finance or even how a bank works, the most basic structures of American finance and stuff. Yeah, let me just show you this, Sal. I don't know if I got it here or not. Oh, this is interesting. Where the heck is that? I don't know where it is. Is it in here?
Yeah, museum. Shark Reef Aquarium.
Well, I don't know where in the heck it went anymore, but somewhere in here. Just like, I don't know if this was the one or not. One of these was a high school basic radio. I don't know what it was. Somewhere around here I got it. But it's interesting how advanced things were at that time. Hey, Icy, how are you? People learn a lot more. What other courses did they offer? In your
Oh, I
high school?
remember. I went.
Was there shop classes and wood
Yeah,
shop?
I went. Yeah, there was a wood
You
shop
hated
class.
wood shop, right?
Yeah, I hated it. I didn't like it, and I didn't like. There was a metropolitan vocational school. There was a beauty, cosmetology. There was a culinary arts. There was a printing. I remember printing.
Yeah, you chose wrong on that, right?
Well, what happened was I got the lady, the culinary arts teacher. She didn't. I don't think I could take it again, or maybe I couldn't take. I could only take. I had to take two different ones. And me and the culinary arts teacher, her name was Miss Barnum. We butted heads. I told you what happened, right?
Imagine that. Butting
listen,
heads with the culinary.
You know what my dish was? My dish for the competition?
There you go,
We had a
movie
food
buff.
competition. I had chicken tenderloins with an apricot, brown sugar,
Ooh,
raisin
that sounds
glaze
good.
with on rice pilaf. But
That sounds really good.
the thing that got me into it with her was I used to slip my hair back, and I told everybody I was from Chicago Mafia.
And they didn't like that,
And
right?
they took it seriously. They said
Because Mafia was big in Little Rock.
yeah, because
right?
I looked like a mobster. I was a good-looking
Yeah.
young kid, 16, tan skin, and they reported me to the principal. I had to talk with the principal. He's like, "Is it true you're telling everybody you're in the mob?" I'm like, "Listen, man, I did, but it's just a joke." I said, "You guys are taking it way too seriously." But after that, they put me
Yeah,
in,
how ironic, Jen. You know, butted heads with the.
and then Rosie. And then next year, I took a printing class, the printing machine.
Right.
And my teacher was a real nice black guy. I forgot what his name was, but he had a shaved head and a goatee. And I liked his style, so I shaved my head too and grew a goatee.
Oh, man.
And then I was like, "Hey man, what's going on, man? Look good." But I didn't learn nothing in that class. I never got the concept. This printing machine with the trifold. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't even know what I did. That I didn't learn nothing. But the culinary arts, I had fun. I had fun with that class.
There you go, Donna.
I learned a lot about basic stuff, cooking and stuff.
I think the thing with getting your eggs to peel is putting them into the ice cold water after they've after your 10 minutes or whatever. Put them right into icy water. I think that's the key. Yeah, but that's funny when Marshall said I butted heads with. I even took surveying, Marshall. How to use a transit and a
Is that
level.
drafting?
I mean, we would be outside of the school and there would be turning points on the ground. You had to find and level and find out what the elevation was of. Yeah, I was out there looking through the scope with the tripod and the guy's out there with the stick on the other
That's
end.
drafting,
Surveying. No, that was I took
surveying.
drafting
That's
too,
drafting.
mechanical drawing. But I even have some of my mechanical drawings from 1974 back.
You know,
there. I've showed them before.
that's the problem with these high schools, Rosie. You come out of
I
school
mean, I'll show you. You see if kids
Yeah.
today can do this kind of work.
and they don't have a lot of technical classes. You come out of high school, you have no skills. English, math, all that. You don't have any technical skills. But if they train people to do something to get out of it, so you'd be ready for some sort of a job, whether it's electrician, plumbing, mechanical, even to get a job at Jiffy Lube changing oil. Narse had a better. He went to Niles North in suburb of Chicago, and they had autos class. And he was so skilled there, he could have probably got a job changing oil, doing brakes, basic stuff like that at a mechanic shop or oil change shop. But you just go to school, if you're not getting some sort of a technical training, all the stuff like U.S. history and algebra and English, you don't have any skills to get out in the workforce.
1978, baby.
What is that?
That's mechanical drawing, cams, perspectives.
Is that a cam on an engine?
That's a cam on an engine.
Those are the positions on the
Yeah,
cam.
I was
That's the belt, right? Isn't that
I
the belt,
was
timing belt? Is that the
14
timing belt?
years old.
Is that the timing belt there?
That's a camshaft on there. The cross section of it and that. You know what I got on that? Like a D. That's how hard that spool was. That's what you call. I was 14 years old in high school.
Where's
And then
your
we
yearbooks
stepped
at?
up. Then we stepped up to really big time by senior year with cross sections of globe valves that you use to turn on spigots and things.
Why would you keep that though?
Man, I've kept a lot of my stuff. This
Where's
is
your
just to
yearbook?
show kids.
Oh.
This is September of 1974.
Oh, that's
How
before I
about
was
that?
born, man.
Yeah. That just shows you. There's a cross section over here looking at it side on. And the teacher tore me up on that. Tore me up. Cutting plane lines, 1/4 inch from objects, the arrowheads, where are the arrowheads? Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. That was a damn tough school, man. Very tough. Yeah. Yeah, agricultural courses too, and all that stuff. So when I feel like what we learned in those days compared to today, what they come out of high school knowing, we really had a full education.
You mean like a trade wise?
Like everything.
Everything.
You were on a college prep course,
Right.
and then you also had to learn the trades.
Trades.
Too. So you were well rounded. You knew, as you
Now you
say,
get out of
like
school-
Mr. X says, Rosie knows a little bit about a lot of different
Did you know
things.
Mr. Eck went to a technical school too?
Yeah, I
He
know
went
you
to
told
Lane
me
Tech.
that. Yeah.
But you come out of school, if you don't take that, you come out, you don't know anything.
Well,
right?
I wanted to be a mechanical engineer. That was really my dream, to do process things that I always had a dream of. They deliver the raw material to one end of the factory door and, whatever, to make a bottle of Coca-Cola. They deliver the syrup and the carbonated water. And then at the end comes out boxes of sodas, and everything else is flipping the bottles over, washing them, filling them the right amount, putting a cork in it, sealing the top of it, putting it down, counting it, dropping it into boxes, and all that. I always loved that kind of stuff.
Mass production.
Mass production, exactly. Oh the school was just too. The school had a tradition. It's where you've heard of Black and Decker tools. One of the distinguished alumni was Alonzo Black of Black and Decker. He was one of the graduates of this high school, and they always had this standard that they almost had to be like the Marine Corps, so that when you finished this high school, that you got a full year of credit for college when you were done. You took all your first year college courses, and hey, how you doing, Carlos? But it was too much.
Yeah.
It was too much, and they had such a ridiculously high standard. Like if you stepped on the school seal, you had to take a toothbrush after school and polish the whole
Really?
big 6-foot diameter seal. deal.
Were they
on
that
the
strict,
floor.
really?
They were really. You had to wear a tie. This was a public
Oh,
school. Yeah, and this was all
man.
guys.
Jeez.
You swam naked.
Is that
back
still
then.
there, that school?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Oh, man.
and it has the oldest high school rivalry in the nation.
I want to go there and do a video.
Yeah, you go there and do a video. What do you mean, Carlos? Your account didn't get terminated. What does that mean? Carlos, you don't ever get terminated. How does Carlos get terminated, huh? See, what is your educational background? Marshall's a graduate of, what was it, the Jethro Bodine? What was the name of your high school? The Jethro Bodine?
I'm class of 2000 of Bryant High School, Arkansas. I want to see if they got the 20-year reunion this year. I don't know what it is, but... And I went to Scott... that place is not in business anymore. Scott Hamilton.
You're not blocked, Carlos. You're not blocked.
Metropolitan Vocational Technical School. Scott Hamilton Avenue, I-30.
What did you... I don't know if you majored in high school. Like, hi, Deb. We just had... you had an A course which was accelerated for the super brains, but they all had to take the shop classes. But in junior year, you could go either engineering or biology. You had no electives in this school at all, nothing. You had a set program that you had to do. And I chose engineering. My brothers all chose the science side. I chose the engineering side. So that put you all into engineering laboratory in senior year, where you're measuring the caloric output of combustible materials and things, and doing big time project. And I just think what they learn today. So if people say, how do you get handy? Look at the base you had then. You knew how to survey and use a transit and a level to go out there on a construction site and make sure that the building's first floor and ground were level, perfectly level, and had the points to dig in for the bulldozer to lift dirt out to get
right.
To put highways in. You knew how to make ventilators for the tops of buildings out of sheet metal and work big brakes that would cut metal, bend metal, English wheels that you could polish and make curves on. Wood shop, you could weld, you could braze, you could forge, you could cast. You did castings, all those kind of things. And then you ran big engine lathes that would run material, big pieces of metal down and cut threads and produce other things with it. I went to Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. It was the Baltimore's premier high school.
I would love to go
Public
there
high
and do a video and show where Rosie went.
I will, Carlos. You know I always unblock your accounts.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get another beer.
Okay.
You want a beer or are you okay?
No, I'm okay. I'm going to have my coffee. I'm all right. How you doing, William Wallace? Thanks for stopping by. Johnny Watt, couldn't see you in my chat tonight, man. I don't know what happened. Rosie said you were in there, but I couldn't see you.
Like Marshall said, he got into it with his culinary arts.
She had a Mercedes C-Class. Her name was Miss Barnum.
Thank you,
She says,
Johnny Watt.
She said, she used to come up to me and say, "You said you're in the mafia?" And I said, "You just relax. It's just a joke." She's like, "I'm going to report you to the principal."
Man. Well, how did your dish turn out? You had chicken with apricot and raisin over
I remember I had chicken tenderloins with an apricot, raisin, brown sugar sauce on top of rice pilaf. It was really good.
Sound good. Did you get a good grade for it?
I should have got. I think it was the best dish out of everybody, but she hated me.
Wow,
she didn't pick
because
me.
of the mafia thing?
She just didn't like me. Yeah, she said because I used to talk about how Chicago is better than Arkansas.
Oh man.
And
how to win friends and influence your teacher, you know.
One guy got me. He put some of those little tacks.
No, I haven't transparent.
You know those little tacks you put on boards, Rosie?
Yeah.
This guy put them on my seat in the classroom, and I sat on them. He got me good. I remember that they were laughing. Everybody was laughing, you know. But,
thank you, Jay.
It was a pretty funny class. I had fun in culinary guard. The favorite thing
Wouldn't you like to go back in time and see an average Elvis day in high school? Wouldn't that be a trip?
I was famous for doing
Let's
Ric Flair.
Let's put two and two together
I couldn't
Math
believe I used to
class.
impersonate Ric Flair back then. I was really
How'd you
famous.
like algebra and geometry, huh?
Well, no, I hated that. What happened was, Rosie, you know what I did? In 10th grade, and my
AX squared plus BX
uh,
plus C, the quadratic equation, right?
in my sophomore year,
Negative B plus or minus the square root of
I told my
4AC.
counselor, I said, I took pre-algebra, I hated it, and then I had to take algebra 1 and then geometry. Then they wanted me to take calculus and trigonometry and all that. I told my counselor, I'm like, I'm not taking any more math classes. That's it.
That's it.
I stopped at geometry, and I said, I'm not taking any more math classes. You got to put me in something else. And you know what was nice? You know what my schedule was, Rosie?
So you
We had a
missed all
block.
that trigonometry, Marshall.
We had a block schedule in high school. You know how you usually have 7 classes? So this was my typical day. I would get up, go to school at 8, 10 in
Alpha
the
Wolf,
morning.
he's not been disowned. He talks with his family every day.
So Rosie, look at my schedule. This was pretty cool. I got to tell you this. I get up at 8, 10 in the morning to go to school, right? And each class in the morning was an hour and a half. I would get out of school at about 11:15, right? And then I had a car, so I didn't have to be. The technical school was in Little Rock, 20 miles away, but I didn't have to be in technical school until about 1:30. So I had a
Right.
2-hour break. So I would go home. I had my George Foreman grill, right? I would go back home and I'd make me food on the George Foreman grill, and I would watch Jerry Springer. Really, it was this. He would come on about noontime, Jerry.
Trannies and hillbillies today on
So-
Jerry Springer.
I would cook on my George
Do
Foreman
do
grill.
do do do.
Exactly, every day. Watch Jerry Springer, and I go to technical school in Little Rock, and then the technical school would be over at like 3:30. Then
Yeah.
I would just drive back home. That was my schedule.
Jerry, Jerry, Jerry.
That's why I like Jerry. I used to be a big fan. of
Oh man, unbelievable to see Marshall in a day of school. But I will say this: Marshall's, in my opinion, having seen Marshall now work with his hands for the better part of about 4 years ago, starting in Chicago in November of 2013. I will stay. Was it really 2013 or was it 2015? November of 2015.
What are you talking about?
First time I came to Chicago
You came to Chicago
in November of 2015.
15. Yeah, it was
15.
15. It was November, yeah.
And if
Yeah.
if Marshall's interested in something, he sucks up the knowledge like a sponge.
Yeah.
Like he knows more about electrical and probably more about the importance of a multimeter for,
But
you've seen me practically have this voltmeter stuck
Checking.
to my side,
Yeah.
AC, DC, and checking things like
Yeah.
that. And how do you feel about your knowledge base now in electricity? And
I've learned a lot. I think that meter that you have, it gives you a lot of information. But I want to make a video on that because there's so many settings on it.
right.
And you should explain, and I want just as a reference, I want to know, because I had one of those, explain what each setting is for
Right.
to check things on your motorhome. Because there's a lot of settings on there,
Yeah.
But I've learned a lot.
But
Just
did you
check the
notice in
120.
each step of the way that the best thing you can do when you can they always told me the best thing you can do when you do electrical work is have zero confidence in your wiring. In other words, prove everything that you
That you
ever
could
put down.
put down,
Don't
yeah.
ever assume,
That there's
because we've had shorts before that have caused problems. Look at the
Problem.
way we shorted out that fuse when I just had those feeds for 12 volt laying on the
On the
dinette
thing, on
area,
the dinette,
shorted out, right? So every time you saw me take the meter,
and check.
test and retest all those 120 and all the outlets for the 12 volt and the sockets.
Very time consuming. But we had to do it. She had to do it.
Yeah.
But
So,
I think that's a good tutorial video because there's a lot of things on that.
Yeah.
And people sometimes they don't know what those are for.
yeah, AC/DC, the battle of the currents. Yeah, that's helped defame Edison's reputation a lot of being a really SOB, Thomas Edison. I could say a lot of negative stuff about Thomas Edison, but I won't. So, well, the van's still got more to do on that side. We want to put the lights up and do all that. How difficult was it to transfer that from school growing up in the stereo? Did stereo repair? Yeah, stereo repair came early because I was very engrossed. I built my own, I had a Heath kit when I was age 15 and and wiring up my own AM FM stereo receiver and learning what the components were. And then once you understood like how a schematic works, it's the same as a highway. You got to understand there's a flow of the way that power goes into a unit and how signal goes through and where you can check signal at various points, where it's lost and where it's picked up and all that. You have JP Morgan. So yeah, electrical work is easy. Don't be the path of granite. Don't ever put two hands on a tube amplifier. Always work with one hand in your pocket. Why would you avoid putting two hands in there and probing around on a tube amplifier? Because think about the pathway you're creating when you're wrong. Zzz, right across your heart. You touch the wrong thing, and some of these tube amps have up to 800, 1,000 volts running in them. That'll kill you, okay? TV repairmen used to get killed working on the back of TVs and stuff.
Yeah.
Some of those arced at 20,000 volts and stuff in those things.
Yeah.
You put two hands in there, and you have a direct path across your heart here, okay? And it kills you.
You know what I told you about that bathroom in Key West?
Yeah, he shocked the elephants to death. He just made a horse's A out of himself at the end. He disparaged Nikolai Tesla and you know, because he was so. Thank God AC won out, or we would have stupid power generating stations every mile, and every telephone transmitter and line would have to be boosted every mile with banks of batteries and things. Yep, complete the circuit and stop the heart. Shake your girls. Yeah, capacitor discharge. I remember James one time in high school. I learned the hard way about how painful a big capacitor can be. There was a big can capacitor in engineering laboratory, and one of the kids had put a full charge on this thing, and he rolled it across the floor. And I went to pick that thing up, man, and that thing discharged on me and gave me a shock like I couldn't even believe on that thing. Couldn't even believe it. That was bad, bad, bad. Silver is a better, yeah, silver is a great, using isolation transformer. I use a Variac, all that stuff, So it's been good. I mean, generator's hardwired in. We proved that works. We just have to replace the battery on the generator.
Yeah, I think Mr. X was saying that those batteries don't last, that you have to replace them. But you said that we could run if we wanted, we could run a 12 volt.
Yeah, you could run a 12 volt. I don't know if it'd have enough starting for that. You know, it might hurt your starting battery on. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll try to charge it and see what happens.
Yeah, the Susie, it wasn't even connected. It was just fully charged and just rolled across the floor. But all it is a huge battery that charges and discharges a certain oscillation, a certain frequency on there. Yeah, I have a Variac and all that. Remember when that big capacitor blew up in the shop out there? I still have that unit that needs to be worked on out there. I got all the parts, but I just haven't done the job yet. So, any other teachers you had locked horns with, or any teachers you really liked that were inspirational to you, or any classes you liked, like English literature?
I remember.
Did you have to take a foreign language or anything?
I remember a teacher.
It was like English. Did you have to take?
I remember.
Good night, Lucky Beans.
Okay, I'll tell you. I remember a former classmate. Her name was Jennifer. She was a blonde.
BBW.
No, cheerleader, like a cheerleader type.
Yeah.
And me and my dad, I bought my German Shepherd from her uncle, and I used to flirt with her in class, and she used to always play hard to get. You know, and she was a pretty blonde cheerleader, and I remember her a lot. But you know, I remember this one guy. He was a gay teacher. He was a feminine gay guy. His name was Mr. Hill, and he used to go to the to the gym that my Uncle Simon used to go to and work out at. My Uncle Simon was a very athletic guy. And my Uncle Simon would
This
be
was
like,
the
man,
this was the welder.
the welder, yeah. My
This is
Uncle
the guy
Simon.
that could drink 28
28
beers.
beers, yeah.
This
I
was
love
the guy that dressed sharp.
Exactly. That's how I learned how to be custom made with my Uncle Simon. So he used to say, man, he said, that gay guy.
I got the cage on my Dynaco.
And he said, "Dude,
Right here, dudes, right there. There's my Dynaco with the cage on it. You don't want to mess around with those. Anyway,
so my Uncle Simon used to tell me, he says, man, you know that gay teacher, Mr. Hill, he's sitting there in the
you know
hot
that
tub
Mr.
in the
Hill.
gym, in the gym all day, sitting in that hot tub. And I remember him. He was just a very unique teacher, and you don't expect to see that in the South, you know, a gay, feminine teacher in middle school. And you know what I saw in Rosie?
We had one in 1974 in my high school. His name was John Gross.
Yeah.
And he was an English teacher. He was
Right.
my sophomore year, because I went to a really ragged out junior high for 9th grade, because
Right.
the college prep course didn't start till 10th. It didn't come until 10th grade.
Yeah.
And he was very effeminate, and
But you know what was interesting about
but
this?
he was a nice guy. He was a good teacher.
You know what was interesting about this teacher, Rosie? Years ago, a couple of years ago, I was walking in the aisle of some store. I forgot what store it was, a grocery store or something. And I saw Mr. Hill, and he was in the aisle, and he was stocking toilet paper. And you know, he was all wrinkled and old. And I looked at him, and I said, Mr. Hill, is that you? Because you know, I know everybody remembers teachers, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you remember me? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what are you doing here, man? He's like, I'm working. I'm like, aren't you retired collecting pensions? He's like, yeah. I'm like, why are you working? He's like, I'm just tired of sitting at home. The guy was
Yeah,
stocking shelves.
It happens.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to sit at home.
Yeah, I think that happens with Bobby. Bobby doesn't want to retire. He
Right.
wants to keep plugged
So I
in.
thought I was surprised that he
Night
still
Harvey. He wants to keep plugged in.
Some people
to
do
the
that. They're
world.
bored at home, and they're retired and everything. They're still out there working.
Yeah,
doing something.
I love my Dynaco, man. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way Bobby is. He wants to keep. Look at that big quadraphonic unit that Marantz up
That
there.
looks good.
Man. That's a
That's a
big
good looking
boy.
unit.
Man, when I get that going one day, that's gonna rock the house. That thing.
That looks pretty nice.
That is a unit, man. Quadrail.
Mm. It's got nice switches on it.
Got beautiful faceplate on it. It's got one little ding in the bottom there. So, then why don't you stop watching that, Alpha Wolf? That would be my solution. My battery's dying.
I have one of my cousins in Chicago. I want to get a hold of him, and his name is Philip.
Good night, Susie.
He's got a basement full of every kind of radio you can think of. This guy has
Yeah, you
got
told me.
500 radios. I want to see if I can find that guy, and maybe Rosie could. I want to see if he'll let me make a video. But the guy's got every radio in the book, you know. But
Yeah, it's up on the top shelf here. Here's the. I don't want to disconnect my thing. There it is.
that looks good.
There's the quadrail unit there.
Got a good looking faceplate on it.
That's the 4430 model there. And I haven't even started on that unit yet. Legendary. Quadraphonic. That's a unit, man. That is a unit. Hope to have that done one day.
Yeah.
I know that, Alpha Wolf, I like you too, man. But you just focus on the negative. Come here and just have fun. You know, that's the deal.
Yeah.
That is a classic Marantz right there. Hello, Miss Kitty. How are you? Marshall, like, man, I never watched that radio. That radio. This is like, 4430. But he's honest about stuff. Yeah, replace the capacitor in Marshall's head. Yeah.
Some people they like that. You know, they follow you. Harvey's one of them. I
Yeah,
think.
there's a real hardcore people, vintage audio equipment. Good night, Deb. Nice to see you, sweetie pie. Sweet dreams. You're having a chicken pot pie. That sounds good. Thank you, Sherry Anna.
Did I ever have the Vintage Audio Festival?
Oh yeah, they have
convention?
them usually in conjunction with amateur radio festivals and things. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of people that work that just get bored. Marshall's like, man, what are you doing here? You remember me? The guy's like, yeah. Do you remember you, Marshall?
Which guy?
The guy stocking toilet paper.
Well, you know, most
Mr.
teachers.
Perry, it's
Mr.
me.
Hill, yeah.
Mr. Hill, it's me.
Well, they don't remember everybody, but then
Yeah.
I said, "You remember Zia Marshall?" And he's like, "Yeah, I remember." You. He's like, yeah. And then so I started talking to him, and
There
also-
you go, Deuce World.
some people are bored; they don't want to stay at home, even after they're retired. They want to work. They don't want to, you know.
Dinner was good. Yeah, my left eye's all right. Yeah. It just when that hangs down, it puts like a dark shadow over it.
So, Rosie, as far as your wardrobe style in 2020, are you gonna change your wig, your clothes, anything? You gonna do anything in the injections and the implants?
I don't see any surgeries or anything coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I don't know. That's a really good question. You know, I mean, I have a lot of gear that I hardly ever wear in there. That's really girly gear and stuff. Hello, smooth operator. How are you?
Hey, smooth.
Yeah. Good night. Good night, Dave. Good night. Have a nice night. There's Smooth. How'd you like the way Smooth started ticking down the list and those two lock cylinders?
Oh, yeah. He wants his credit. He wants his credit.
He's done. He's been a good friend. You know, he's been a good friend, and
Yeah.
I'll always enjoy Mr. X, and he always made me feel very welcome in Chicago. I mean, he cared about, you know, in that horrendous heat wave.
Yeah.
He had offered up the motor coach and just, you know, have the AC on him. I was like, it's okay, you know. But he was very accommodating.
That was some.
Kept the drinks in the fridge and cool,
And that heat
very
was-
super nice guy.
That
Very
heat
super
was
nice
something
guy.
else, man.
Yep. That heat, it was just our luck, man. To hit every Detroit and Chicago and
That was something.
wow.
Yep.
Wow. It was crazy. Crazy. Insane. I don't know. Some of the modern stuff is probably on the order of just 120 amps. I got a Kenwood 9 GX9. It's probably top of the line. Here I have quite a few Pioneer. The SX7 780. It's probably my favorite unit. Marshall, have you had Gino's East Pizza in Chicago?
Gino's easy. Yeah, I've had it. It's not that good.
I'll tell you, we went down to Morton Grove to Bert's Pizza. Jen made a spiced chicken. It was good tonight. That, wow. You want to talk about David Guns? David Guns gave us a great tip on Bert's Pizza, and this guy nailed it. 10 stars across the board. You have to wait a long time for that pizza.
I knew about
How
it.
long? 40 minutes?
45
Yeah,
minutes.
40,
I knew
40,
about that
45
place.
minutes.
Yeah.
40, 45 minutes for that pizza to come out. But when I go back to Chicago, the first night I get to Chicago, I will be at Bert's Pizza enjoying that pizza again. I will revel in that pizza.
Now
Okay.
you have to. There's a connection between Picard's Pizza and Bert's. I don't know if they were the same owners. She was telling us a story.
Yeah, there was some. I couldn't get the story,
But I think I want to try something about. There's some sort of connection, but I think you should try that to compare. I don't know what the difference is, but
yeah. Well, I quite liked. I quite liked. I quite enjoyed Detroit. I enjoyed the downtown. I didn't get anything out of Gratian.
Gratiot.
Avenue and down in there, but I did enjoy Sterling Heights. I did enjoy it, but again, the horrendous heat
Heat, yeah.
in Detroit and the humidity.
Right.
But I would go back to Detroit again in a heartbeat there. I loved Sterling Heights was great. I loved the Middle Eastern communities. The real surprise to me was Al Mascouf, the whole fish on a plank that they put in the over charcoal or something. Incredible, incredible, incredible dining experience. Just wonderful. Hey Sean, how are you?
Yeah.
What was your highlight? You liked the Larsa buffet. Was your
Yeah, I like the Larsa buffet. I liked Sterling Heights. There's a lot of good food over there. I like being around my people and Iraqis and Iraqi Muslims and Iraqi Christians. I just like because Sterling Heights, there's Iraqi Muslims and Iraqi Christians, but we're the same culture. It's just a religion separates us. I just love my Iraqi culture.
yeah? And Be Wild. If you want to, I have a video, vintage audio listening experience, the Pioneer SX780. It's set to the music from the Magnificent Seven. There, you might enjoy that listening to the featuring the SX780 by the Pioneer on there. So there'll be more vintage audio listening experiences coming up. I'm looking forward to having them. Sound like somebody on the porch out there.
On the porch?
Yeah, no, out here. Did you hear somebody?
No, I didn't. You want me to check and see?
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like somebody clonking on the wood boards there, the ramp right there.
You want to check and see what's going on?
Yeah, just open the inner door, but don't open the outer one. But
Maybe it's one of those homeless people. That's
I don't know. The outer door will save you from a gunshot if somebody tries to shoot into the door there.
Well, let me look out the window first.
Well, you're not going to see. I just opened the door because you got a heavy grill there that's bulletproof. So, yeah. Okay, as long as the light didn't trigger on the. I got lights set to trigger everywhere, everywhere. Yeah, you can express your opinion, Alpha Wolf, but just don't be so repetitive about it, okay? Say it once and be done with it, okay? He doesn't come to your chats and troll you.
Light didn't trigger either.
Yeah, Crystal said the heat was a fluke last year, nowhere near that normal. Yeah, just my luck to get up there. Just my luck to get up there into the heat. It was unbelievable. Marshall's like, I can't believe you didn't get a hotel room in Yuma. It's like,
No, I don't know.
you
Rosie
think I'm
roughed it out.
spending the money for a hotel?
There was some times that Rosie roughed it out in the heat in Chicago and Detroit, and then by the time we got to Milwaukee, it was okay.
Yeah, well, Milwaukee had got a little bit.
And Yuma.
Yeah, in Yuma, and Yuma had been pretty good. Yeah, tampon, just sticking a gun with. Yeah, I just don't carry tampons with me too much. Okay, Alpha Wolf, I understand that. I enjoy you. I've enjoyed most of what you do for a lot of years here. You've been a real fixture in the chats. You're a fun guy. You're probably a good-looking Puerto Rican man, but it's just 2020. Yeah, check out that video about the SX780. I have a whole playlist of vintage audio listening experiences. So when the van build ends, all that stuff is going to crank up again, all that kind of activity to do that. Now next winter, my goal would be to be down in Florida for the whole winter. I think that would be really good to get a park model for the whole winter down there. I think that would really be cool.
Rent one?
Yep. No, I don't have any experience in that. Turn your lights down. Well,
So,
Marshall always says I like it lit up like that.
so if
What do you think
you
about the lighting too?
if you rented out a place in Florida for the winter time,
Yeah, I'd have a big place that people can come and
it'd be
hang out
like
and
a
visit.
like a
Yeah,
streaming
like
house
people could
slash
come
meetup
out and visit.
place.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
different people could come down.
Yeah, different people could come down and have a
Right.
good time. I think that would be awesome too. That would probably be in clear water down in that area. That would be great. Well, that would be good, Alpha Wolf. It'd be cool to meet you. Well, to Vegas, it'll be. We'll go down to San Francisco for the day and get the. Yeah, I bet it's really nice, Crystal. I'll be out on the beach every day, bouncing around.
Mr. X had a pretty good idea. He said, Las Vegas is on my way back to
There
Chicago.
you go, Sherriana.
What does Sheriana say?
She said just come down to Florida in winter. Of course, bring your bikini and I'll get you out on the boat. That would be cool. See, Marshall wants to sell the rancho. Yes, he does. He wants to. He wants to make sure that he's in the will for the for the back lot. He says, Rosie, I've made a significant contribution to the legacy of the rancho here.
Mr. X
I've
had
always
a
looked at you as a mother figure, and
right.
in the event of your passing, nah, he never said that.
Mr. X had a pretty good idea.
What's his idea?
Well, Las Vegas is on the way back to Chicago, pretty much.
Yeah,
So if we made a trip to Los Angeles or to San Diego or
Right.
whatever around Southern California and come back up here, if I were to leave from here and then go to Vegas, we could go and make content in Vegas, and I could go on my way to Chicago.
Right.
It would save a lot of gas money and time going that way, because otherwise you go
yeah,
south.
I'm all open. It's all. Russ wants to know if you're getting the Max Air fan installed.
I think I might leave it for a Mr. X project because it's not a necessity.
Or if I get out to Chicago this summer, just get the saber saw and just lay
Right.
the pattern down, trace it, cut it, and heck, the hard
Right.
part's been done with the wiring is laid there. All you got to do is cut the hole
Right.
and put it on. I mean,
Yeah, it's not a
it's an easy project, So
right. Yeah, it'd be a great project, upgrade to the rig. It's not something necessary, but it is nice to have.
well,
Yeah.
you're a good person, Alpha. No problems at all. I'm sorry, Marshall.
But what do you think about Mr. X's idea? It's not a bad idea, huh?
It's fine. But I need to be in a place next summer. I'll probably end up just renting this whole place out here.
What do you
You
mean
know,
renting this whole place
Just
out?
renting the old rancho out.
Really?
Yeah, and just hitting the road.
Renting? How are you gonna do that, Mrs. Jen's here?
Well, I'm just if she continues to be here, which she
Oh.
may very well. I mean, I've not had any deep discussion with
If-
her. I don't
if-
know exactly.
If Missy Jen,
Her mom passed away.
Right.
She had an estate that had to settle, so I can't. If she chooses to go back to Germany, she'll have the wherewithal to be there and all that. I don't
If-
know.
if
I'm
Missy
not
Jen-
pressing her to make a decision.
if-
I
right.
always got her back.
If
We'll
she-
always be.
right.
We'll always be super close.
If Missy Jen did move back to Germany, you could rent the rancho, this place, and the Shine Shack, and you'd have a
Well,
lot
I
of
think
money
I'd
coming-
probably just keep the Shine Shack
Oh, keep the
for
Shine Shack?
myself, and just rent out this.
Then you would have
for-
income coming in every month.
Yeah.
You'd be able to hit the road.
Right.
You'd have disposable income
Yeah.
to hit the to. That's what a lot of people do. Nomads like Will Burson.
Yeah.
He had a place and he rented it out. But I think that, like you say, you're in great shape now. You're in good health. But
Yeah.
in the long run, this place.
Yeah, thank you, Jen. There's the Pioneer SX780 vintage audio listening experience. Thank you, Jen.
I think
Sorry,
it's too
Marshall,
big
go
for
ahead.
one person.
Well, I don't want to leave it empty.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
just
so
too
I would
much
move into the Sean Shack and live a very simple
simple
existence.
existence.
And then to know that this place was rented out and still close enough, I can keep an eye on it.
On what's
Just
going
put
on.
all of my audio gear into storage and just
Right.
lock it all in the garage and everything.
It's a lot of.
Moonshiners. There you go, Russ.
Don't get me wrong, it's a great place to live, but for one person that's retired, it's people are
too
living
much
in
for me.
mobile homes.
Yeah.
People are living in one bedroom. Look at Drury.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
that's all I need. It's all I
Yeah,
want.
That's all you need. Yeah.
You know.
If you had a mobile home in Florida or in San Diego and you rented this place out, that's all you need. A mobile home is, you don't need all the space. I mean, it's nice, but
Yeah.
you just don't. I predict that Rosie is either going to sell the rancho or rent it out. When that happens, I don't know. If it's 2 years from now or 5 years, I think she's going to do that because
I would just travel. I'd be a van dwelling nomad, with just a small base here.
like a mobile home.
Yeah.
I can see Rosie having her panel band that she has now and having a mobile home and then traveling and then coming back to her home base. That's all you need. You don't need all this. You don't need this yard. I mean, it's nice, but you just don't. It's too much to keep
It's
up
too
to.
much for
one
I'm feeling
person.
it at my age to keep up with.
This place is good
all-
for a family. If you have kids, if you have dogs,
It's a big family estate here
Yeah.
to be on here.
it's too much. It's too much to keep up. Too many things to fix.
Plus, I'm afraid the city's going to come in and force development of that back lot back here, and I'm going
And
to
you
wake
mean
up
seize
one
it from
day
you?
and have a 4-story apartment house back there.
Can they seize it from you?
Yeah,
Well,
of course they can. This city's so desperate for housing and things to build. Of course.
real estate is gonna tank. It's just a matter of time. It's gonna tank.
Well, I
again,
would agree with that. I would agree with that.
You know.
But I don't care because I bought it after it tanked. If it tanks again, I don't care. I mean,
A mobile home like Drury's, a 1 bedroom, would be perfect for Rosie. That's all she needs in her van. Pull in the driveway, you got everything. That's all you need. She's retired. She's on her end, her race, You don't need all. I mean, it's nice, but you just don't need it.
yeah, I think I'm going to start selling down. I got too much stuff around
Start
here that I
selling
don't
these
need.
radios, and she doesn't have much. Rosie's not a hoarder.
When will NASA send Elisa Marie to the moon? Do 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 do.
If I was Rosie, I'd have a mobile
Hey
home.
there, the Jory.
Yeah,
Yeah. Less is more. Yeah, Rosie.
The
You
gun.
come down. Jory say, I'll set you down. I'll get you in the park. I'll get you a good mobile. I'll get you a good deal on rental down here. I'll get you a winter rental.
The way
You can come down, do your thing. You can be in the tub. You can be out there. You can be on the beach. We can have a good time. We can go to Crispy Cajun. Yeah.
I love Jordan. I miss Jordan. But you know something? He's right. That's
Yeah,
all.
Marshall
you need.
wants to turn this into a Class B RV retreat here for Class Bs only to come and be here.
If you have a mobile home, all you got to do, it's easy upkeep, man. Who wants?
Jen, I don't think I could ever sell this place, but I could certainly rent it out. So that would be okay. I live in a 3-bedroom house, but I share with a woman and a 15, maybe 16 cats. There you go, Tim. Hey, MB, I'd like to be in a community house. I'd love to be in a house with 4 or 5 other people. I would love that, man. That would be like the ultimate dream to me, to be in it almost be like back in fraternity, sorority days again.
If you had a
That would be
3-bedroom,
great.
if you had a 3-bedroom
Yeah,
mobile
Jory's
home,
like, screw Crispy Cajun. That place almost killed me, Marshall. Don't ever let Marshall pick your.
if you had a 3-bedroom mobile home or a condo,
Nice to see you, Jory.
you could host stream houses right where you live. Have people come to you and rotate. Or if I was Rosie, I would just have a small mobile home, just a 1-bedroom like Jordy, single wide, and a Class B van. And that's all I'd have. That's it. You don't need all this. This is too much to upkeep. Who wants to see you do yard work, Rosie? Shingles and get a metal roof. you know, get a
Oh,
mobile
these
home.
roofs are good on here. They're good, Marshall. We don't have the kind of environment that
You know.
destroys things here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, things are good. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen in the immediate future.
Not now in the future.
This place would rent like that here
In a heartbeat with all these
in a
workers.
heartbeat.
You get a
And
family.
if I wanted to, I could live in the back in the Shine Shack back there with no problem at all.
That way you can watch your property and be a landlord on premises on site then. You know. You can rent it out for maybe what, $2,000 a month?
Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. Ryan said, love the videos. Keep up the good content. Thank you very much, my friend.
I think you can get $2
Appreciate
grand
that.
for this a month.
Yeah,
right?
you could get 2,000
Easy,
for
$2 grand,
this, for
2,200.
this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, with yep. And the Northerner said, you seem to be enjoying your stay at the ranch, Joel. It's been a nice place for him to
Yeah.
winter quarters for sure. You know.
To winter, multitask. I'm wintering. We're doing the van build. Go out and do a little content. I mean, it's cold in Chicago, man. It's
Yeah, I told him it's
Yeah.
going to be 12 degrees. Can you imagine being in Boys Town and 12 degrees? You walk the streets and that wind just cuts you like,
cuts you like
cuts you like a knife.
oh yeah, man.
Of course I will, Don. I will decide. Decide for
I
myself.
predict
Of
in
course.
2 years, in 2022, maybe in 2 years, Rosie is gonna either rent this place and sell it,
Thank you, Jen.
and she's gonna minimalize. She's either gonna get a condo or live in the Shine Shack or get a mobile home, something. She doesn't need all this. Who needs all this space?
Thank you, Sherianna. Well, I
Yeah.
just want to. I'm a person that enjoys living very simply. You know,
Minimalist. She's
absolutely.
she's
First
not
thing I
all-
want to do is get rid of some computers that I don't
Right.
ever use and just sell them for whatever they bring. Just put them up on
Right.
eBay and get rid of them. Trash this big desktop unit. Clear
Just
it
keep
off.
3,
and all
4
that.
radios that you like. You don't need.
Well, I want to have 10 that 10 that are very near and dear.
I think
to
2,
me.
3 is good enough. You know, you don't need 10, Rosie. Come on, just get rid of. You don't need all
Listen
this.
to him.
Keep one. You don't. What are you retired? This is
Listen
the
to
gold
him.
years.
It's like,
Just like Jory says, just minimalize. Be like the
Yeah,
Godfather.
yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
I'd
yeah.
like to be down there in the wintertime at that park where Jory is. That'd be great. It's easy access to Clearwater Beach
Alpha
over
Wolf is in
there.
Orlando, right? He's
Yeah,
in
Alpha
Orlando.
Wolf is in Orlando. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done a lot on
My
on
trainer,
eBay.
Alpha Wolf, my trucking trainer was Puerto Rican. He lives in Orlando. The guy who trained
Might
me.
have been Alpha Wolf's brother or something.
I don't know, man. But
The
that guy,
trucker.
you know, I like mofongo. I had mofongo the other day.
Yes, yep, Mofongo.
Man, it was good. Chicharron, garlic.
Wasn't bad. They did a
Yeah.
good job, that Puerto Rican place. Yeah, I don't want to buy them, Jory. I just want to rent it for the season. You know, I don't want to buy. I just want to have that rental for January, February, and March. Get that 3-month rental.
3-month rental, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, they said it was 85 in Florida, or it was hot. They're saying the temperature was hot over there.
Yeah, I would enjoy that.
Record heat, let me look up Largo.
Golden State said it wouldn't enjoy the carefree rancher life, Marshall.
Where are we going to go?
Hey Molly, how you doing, sweetie? No problem at all.
Record
That's
heat.
funny, Golden State. That's a riot.
Record heat in Florida, Rosie. 72 now. 82 high, Florida.
Yeah, I'd enjoy that. That'd be right in my wheelhouse.
That's the Rosie
man.
weather.
I would be right out there,
I'm gonna
right
show
on
you-
Tampa Bay, man.
I'm going to show you the weather.
Right on the Atlantic.
Bikini weather.
Yep.
Rosie in a bikini every day.
I love the summer. 3 times the price. Yeah, we heard from NAR say, yeah,
Look at that weather, Rosie. Look at
it's
that
3
weather.
times the price for rent a month.
80. Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty cherry weather, man.
Yeah.
That is cherry weather right there.
86.
Yep, that's nice. Yeah, Jory said it's 3 times the price for rent a month. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's expensive to rent.
Yeah.
It's cheaper just to buy it. Pay the $400 or $500 lot rent because although you're gonna pay $1,200 to rent it every month.
right.
Winter season, you buy it, you pay your $400 or $500.
Well, I mean,
you're
Jory
done.
knows his stuff. He knows the area like the back of his hand down there. You know, I mean, it's obviously he's got a business brain. I mean,
Yeah. So I predict to everybody watching, the Alpha Wolf and everybody else, Rosie is she's gonna make a big move in this decade. It's gonna be in this decade, whether it's 2 years from now, 3 years, 4 years. She's gonna end up selling or renting the rancho out, and she's gonna move.
yeah, I didn't mean Red Pill. I meant the golf there. Yeah.
And if she doesn't sell the rancho, she'll probably
I
run.
just don't want to step on a stingray. That's my fear. Everybody's like, "Oh, you got to shuffle your feet when you're a guy." I'm like, God, man, can't anybody just go to the beach and not worry about being attacked by a stingray down here?
And my other prediction, Rosie's gonna buy a Mustang 5.0 GT Cobalt Blue, brand new or maybe used, 1 or 2 years old.
What am I gonna do with 2 vehicles though? I got the van. I got my travel van.
But you like
Yeah,
your
but I'm
Mustang.
just saying because you like something doesn't mean you buy it. It's like, you know, for me, I'm not really driven. I want to have a really simple life. I just want one vehicle, you know, that I can drive into the ground and then
Yeah.
be done with it, you know.
But yeah, you'd be flying in the Mustang. You would be flying in that Mustang.
Let's
Rosie.
see, all this talking about to sell most of what I have during tax season, simplify again. Good for you, ZPD. That's what I want to do.
I'm gonna help Rosie liquidate.
I'm going to liquidate. Now, it takes some effort. It takes some effort to lift stuff up, but I've got so many laptops here, and some of them are worth like apples. Some apples people use some of
Right.
those apples, and even if it brings $5 or $10, or who cares?
Who
you know?
cares? I'm gonna administer the garage sale here at the rancho. We're gonna clear everything out. We're getting rid of everything. Rosie's probably gonna move out. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this year. I'm gonna help out with the garage sale. I'll be here. We're gonna put everything for
You
sale.
know, and Marshall's going to say, "I'll be your caretaker." Yeah,
I'm gonna get my home
he'll
care
be the-
license.
he'll be the caretaker of the rancho. Rosie, you hit the road and you go down to Vegas and have a good time. You know, I'll take care of the rancho here.
I'll
You don't have to pay me to stay and be the overseer. He's like he loves California, man. He
I love
loves
California. Freewheeling,
He looks at that weather in Chicago.
sunshine.
Yeah.
But you're gonna minimalize like the Godfather. I predict this will be the decade that Rosie's gonna do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'd like to liquidate. Jen said, Elvis, you're living a rich life through a fantasy in Rosie's life.
We're gonna go see Rosie.
Thank you, KXD. Thank
Streaming
you.
house somewhere in Florida, in the mobile home, and everybody will come down. Everybody, all of Rosie's fans, and you can do the streaming house there and just fly in.
There will be the Lisa Marie.
Jory will fly you down. That's his famous line.
Yeah.
paid
I'm
ticket.
going to do the streaming house. I promise, Rosie. I'll do it. I'm going to move my
pay your
easy
ticket.
chair into the house. I'm going to
You
have
come
my
over
Roku.
here, watch Roku with the Godfather.
I like that series coming on. I'm going to watch it on Roku.
I like that Sabra hummus and the blueberries.
They said Marshall reminds me of Bernie Madoff. How is that? How does he remind you of Bernie Madoff?
Who?
Red Pill said Marshall reminds me of Bernie Madoff. Wow.
Rosie, you're gonna move down. Might be this year.
I don't know.
I think it's gonna be this year, Rosie.
I got to really make the commitment. As soon as this van build is done, I've got to turn my attention to liquidating.
You got to get rid of stuff,
You know,
Rosie. You don't need all this.
Liquidate.
Why do you need all these computers and all these radios? And...
I don't know. Just I would pick up computers because they would need repair, and I'd enjoy fixing them, and then I'd just keep them around. You know.
It's time to enjoy life. Just sell everything. Get rid of everything. Have just one radio. All you need is one. Keep one of the ones in the walnut case.
Yeah, it'd be fun to hang with you too.
Put her in your van. Make a shelf for it in your van. You know. And
How does Marshall remind you of Bernie Madoff? How's that? I don't understand that. How does Marshall remind you of Bernie Madoff? Just
Then
being
you-
like a scammer, like Bernie Madoff, like a pyramid Ponzi scheme or something.
Then you can open up, say, open house streaming, and just let everybody come down. That's it. Invite everybody to come see you, Rosen. Everybody's going to want to come and see you and say, hey, open house. I got a room for you. Have one guest at a time. You don't have to go anywhere.
You
Let them
could
come.
be secure. Oh man!
We'll have a
man,
dungeon
you see
room.
Marshall with a stun gun.
We'll have a dungeon room with shackles and, you know, a swing and leather. We'll have a dungeon room set up.
That is funny. No, I don't like old school rap. I don't really enjoy rap too much. Not too much. Not too much. I don't know. I think the key to freedom is simplification, don't you? The key to absolute freedom.
Yeah,
Like
just-
if this place was empty, even if it got busted into, or you know,
yeah, you don't want to have something to
squatters,
lose. Yeah.
nothing to lose. You know,
Exactly.
they might kick in a few walls or strip out some crap. But
Or if you're gonna keep
You
things,
know.
Rosie, you need to get a safe. Get you a safe, and bolt it down and secure it and put your things in the safe. But it really isn't worth it. Just
there's
get
nothing
rid of
I
it.
have that's worth anything. You know, just
Just sell these radios.
know?
That's all you got. Sell the radios.
Marshall's like I look around the rancho. There's nothing anybody wants to steal.
In my opinion, Rosie should completely clean out the workshop. Get everything out of there, but just your tools. Get rid of all these radios, and get rid of the metal detecting. You
just
don't
be
need
your oh man, I love the metal detecting, Marshall.
it. It's
Wow,
boring.
boring.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna get out of the ground. I've got some great
Get
stuff.
rid of all that, and then just get you some nice clothes, nice wardrobe. Get you some new wigs, and go out there and do streaming houses and travel, man. Forget about all this other stuff. The only thing you should invest in is a Class B. If you're gonna get something,
Get a
But-
nice leisure travel.
yeah, custom made, and
Nice
just get rid of
pleasure
all.
way.
You don't need all this.
Yeah, what do you get when you mix country with rap? You get crap.
I'm going to help Rosie liquidate. I'm going to put everything sell on eBay, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. You know, she needs to just sell everything. You
Hey,
don't need-
what's up? What's up, Chris? How you doing?
If you did
No,
that,
we'll
you'd be
do
banned.
fine.
You'd be
I'm not
banned.
ever gonna sell this place, guys. You know,
It's just a house, Rosie.
it doesn't matter, Marshall. I'm into it cheap. It's been good. It's a great place to live. It's all good. You know.
What a share
Let's see,
anything make,
Marshall.
Rosie.
You need to do something with your wig.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Kevin, they come to Florida alone. I'll show you my 92 Ford. It has the blue Flex Seal seats. There you go. He's got. We were within 90 yesterday. The 90 is up on the blocks, Chris.
90 conversion done, yeah.
Yep. Here we go. He's hypnotizing your channel. What does that mean? Marshall's hypnotic on mine.
I'm carrying out the Godfather drawing that Av's wishes. He says, tell Rosie to get rid of everything. Just sell everything.
Get rid of everything.
Just start fresh.
Sell before the market crashes. This thing was born in the crash. It's whether it crashes or not.
It's 2020. It's a new decade, Rosie. You're in your golden years. It's time to enjoy life. It's time to go out to the beach and put your bikini on, put your dresses on, your high heels, put all your piercings,
New
your jewelry,
wigs. Yep.
wigs, get your nails done, and just go out there and enjoy life. Have a stream. Have people come to you. Do a streaming house and have them come to you. You don't have to go to them. Go out, travel. Go. Go all over the world. It's fun. Just enjoy life, man. You don't need. Who wants to keep up with maintenance and yard work and cutting down? Who wants to cut down the trees, man? I would never want to have all this work to do. Who wants to do all that? Cleaning out gutters. Who wants to get up there and clean the gutters?
Yeah. Had to be done, man. The
It's
rainy
just too
season
much work.
comes.
Yeah.
It's all part of upkeep and maintenance, man. It's all part of the deal.
You ever heard of a condo, Rosie? Get you a condo.
No, I don't like condos.
Pay your association fee, and that's it. Man, that's all you need.
I like my land. Yeah, this house will never go below what I bought it for.
It's worth $5.5 million. No, $550,000 right now. She could sell it for $550. Get the money. You got $500,000. And
Bill Ellis, thanks, Captain. I call it GIFO, the glimpse of the effing obvious. GIFO.
for $20,000, $30,000, you can get you a
I
beautiful
tell
mobile.
Marshall, thanks for the GIFO, Marshall.
Get you a beautiful mobile home. I saw Frances. She had a nice mobile home. She bought it she got a great deal on it. With a carport, you drive
Hey,
in.
Marshall, how are you? Come on in. Have
Have
a
a beer.
beer. Prop Frog, how you doing, my friend?
She has a
to
nice
see
motor
you.
chair. Man, goes out shopping with that. I love
Hey,
Frances'
Marshall, I
life.
thought I saw you on the road. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. Just...
That's all you need, man. You're retired, Rosie. That's it. Who needs all? I mean, really, who wants to do yard work? I don't want to do it. It's too
If
much.
I was gonna, I would rent out the main house and just stay in the Shine
In the
Shack.
Shine
That would
Shack.
be my place back there.
I don't know.
Listen to Bernie Madoff, huh? The financial guru. Marshall's like, yeah, I'll even help you list this stuff up for 25%, 25% engagement and listing fee. I'll manage all your sales and.
Just sell everything.
Hey, there we go. That's no one's business with those.
Marsha, that's no one's business what Rosie's house is worth, and some people can own a stick and brick and travel you jav quack and lol.
Oh, Jack Wag. There's another fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
I hate yard work. I never. That's what you got to do, Rosie. I think you're going to be happy.
Well,
Chris.
I wanted to, before you ever came, we talked that I wanted to,
Minimize
I
it.
wanted to, there's an age where you should,
Cut down.
yeah, you should actually.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. There is an age where you should,
You need a nice sports
You do
car,
need
a
to.
travel van, and a little 1-bedroom mobile home. That's all you need. Who needs? You could have a nice kitchen in your mobile home. You could do your same baking, same cooking. You could have a patio. There's plenty of space, man. In a mobile home, fifth wheels are even nicer. A fifth wheel? You put a fifth wheel in an RV park with the slide outs. They're beautiful.
I'm not buying a depreciating asset, man. A fifth wheel. Not my thing. Not my thing, man.
But who wants
Not
to
my
do
thing.
all the yard work when you have a home like this? You have the yard work. You have the roof. You got so many.
Yeah, there
things.
you go. Coach says once you stop working, you start dying. That's right. That's why Bobby's still going at it. So,
Enjoy life. You got one life to live, Rosie.
well,
As Rosie O'Kelly.
it's number one. I'm not going to be selling this place. The best I would do is
Rent it out.
Yeah, and number two, it is something that I want to do anyway. Is
Minimalize.
move towards minimalization.
You talked about that, right?
Yeah, I've talked about
Yeah,
that for
yeah.
2 years. And you can see, what did Narse say? Man, they got 10 computers all over the they got computers.
They got a lot of
everywhere.
computers, yeah.
Yeah, so
Just get rid of the stuff you don't need. You don't, you're on the road, you want to travel, enjoy life. I'm Rosie's financial advisor, guys.
I am enjoying life. I'm very happy with life now. I'm really happy the build is coming to an end. That's going to be a good thing, and to be back on the road. I really enjoyed the summer on the road, man. I hated to be back on the rancho and couldn't wait to get out again. Remember when the van was screwed up with the warranty repair work, and I had to fight for
held
the
you up,
rental
yep.
car, and Marshall's like, "Man, you're never coming out here to Toronto, man.
That held you up a
You
month.
got D-dubs. You're just,
Between that and our program
having a
with
good
D-Dubs,
time with D. Yeah.
It was a 4-month program with him and another month with the car. That's 5 months.
Here's Chris again. Moving into an RV does not actually make your money problems go away. In fact, depending on the rig, it can actually cost more. And he said you got a hole in your drawers. Thank you, Chris.
Moving into an RV does not make all your money problems go away. In fact, depending on the rig, it can actually cost more, and Marcia has a hole in short.
I don't know if you got a hole here.
I don't have a hole. I don't have a hole.
That's pretty funny. No, I don't think I could ever.
Rosie, the decade to minimalize. This is the golden years.
It is.
2020.
Dude,
this
this
is
is something that I agree with.
It's time.
The the minimization is good. I don't think there's anything wrong with. There's stuff like I'll never use,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
And I think we all feel that way in life, that there's things that we just have too much of, and some
You're
people
not using
collect a
this-
ton of books and things, and then they find out nobody in the family wants books and
Right.
things, and it just becomes difficult. Golden State said, put Elvis up on eBay. Made you look. Yeah, there we go. He'd be a good
Yeah.
caretaker of the property here, the overseer, right? You're like a tick. They said you're like a tick. A tick on me. Oh man.
Ha ha ha, made you look.
Sure did. Thank you. Joseph Kane, that's right. RVs lose money, houses gain money. That's it, exactly.
But if you can
I
get
can't
an
think of
RV
any
for a good
RV.
deal.
Maybe Airstream holds its value, but they're making so many of them now that I kind of wonder.
Man, those are nice.
They are, but
They're
I'm wondering, I can't think of any RV that actually holds its value over time.
Minimalism.
Yeah, I agree. There's just accumulating too much stuff is not a positive thing
Yeah.
in life. You know?
Rosie is pretty much a minimalist. She doesn't have a lot.
Yeah. So you're gonna run the yard sale? out
Well,
there?
I think the stuff, the knickknacks, but this other nice stuff that she's got, she'll all put it on eBay. Put it on eBay and sell it. That's it. List it on eBay. And the other knickknack stuff, you know.
Listen to Bernie. He'll tell you how to make a small fortune. Start with a large one. How do you make a small fortune? Start with a large one.
It's time for Rosie to minimalize.
Yeah, I will be minimalized. As soon as the van build is done, that'll be the next priority.
Yeah.
But it's just figuring out this, I need to take 4 days off. That's my goal.
Because like you said, if
van
somebody
build.
were to break in, then you don't have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
There's nothing to take. Why
Right.
would you want to leave, you know?
That's why nobody really breaks in this neighborhood, you know.
Right.
Okay, take care, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let's see, they said you'd skim money off the yard sale.
I take my commission
Take your
under the rug. I do it a certain
That's
style.
it. That's it.
I'm a master negotiator,
That's
haggler.
funny.
You know.
That is. That
I hope
is
you do,
funny.
Rosie. It's gonna be better for you, seriously.
Well, do I have that much stuff? The answer
Not
is no.
really,
I
no.
don't really have that much stuff, you know.
It's just these radios. That's all. A few
Yep.
computers that she's got to get rid of. and-
Computers and
That's it.
just knickknacks and things. Other than that, it's all good.
Increase your wardrobe. Get more hair pieces.
I got a lot of wardrobe.
You got-
It's
yeah.
just- yeah. Oh, that's funny.
If you have a garage
Yeah, this
sale,
Cupcake said if you have a garage sale, sell popcorn and soda for 50 cents and you can have all the profit off of that.
I can take the Meyer lemons and make some lemonade. Sell that, but
Yeah,
I hope
told,
Rosie. I
I
hope
told
she does.
Vegas Vixen I would, if I go to, if we go to Vegas, that I would take her all the lemons out to, take her some lemons out to Vegas.
Really for
Lemon Tree, yep. No, he's gone. He'll be back. He's gone back to Chicago. That's his. That's his.
that's my home
Yeah,
base.
that's his home base in springtime
Springtime
to be back in
summer.
Chicago.
Yep. But I hope Rosie gets the ball started after the van build. She could come back here, sell all these radios, and she'll have nothing left. She'll have a little bit extra cash, and then she can figure out what she's going to do with the rancho in the future. It's coming. Either she's going to rent it out, or what's the point of having it sitting here? She's going to rent it out, make money, or sell it in the future. I don't know when. I see it coming. It could be 5 years from now, it could be 2 years, but it's going to happen in this decade. Rosie's in her golden years. It's time to style and profile. It's time for her to get a tan. It's time for her to go on the beach and flaunt her stuff. And it's time for her to, you know, maybe get that machismo back, that testosterone, you know?
Here we go again. Lay off of that estrogen.
Rosie is a third gender. She needs to get that virility.
Need to get that male half pumped up again.
Yohimbi.
Yohimbi.
I'll get her some Yohimbi.
Yohimbi.
Yeah. I think it'll be fun, so.
Yeah, I think it would be too. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it here tonight. And yeah, Bill said, do you have any advice for Rosie? Minimize, 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 right?
Minimize, minimize, minimize. Get your testosterone back and have fun. This is the one life to live.
That's it.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for being on a very fun stream tonight. I appreciate that. Bill Ellis, Golden State, Dude's World, everybody else. It makes it a lot of fun here. Thank you, Marshall, for popping Estradiol with Yohimbi. There we go. Really make me a zombie, okay? Yeah, I'd be an amusement park ride, Sherry Ann. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do. Thank you, Kim C. Thank you, Sweetie Pie. And thank you, Jen and my moderators, Charla. Everybody else, Emerald, thank you. The hardest, best working moderator crew in the biz right here. Cupcake, love you, Sweetie Pie. Thank you. Tim Sears, thank you, my friend. Good to see you. Red Pill, you are one funny person. So, Donna said, what about your testosterone, Marshall?
Believe me, I got enough. They're calling me El Toro
El Toro, the bull.
in Tijuana, El Toro.
Good night, everybody. There we go.
That'll get them
Let me
going.
see.